All right, folks. Sorry about that. I had some issues, some technical issues. But I'm here now. So without further ado, why don't we get this thing started? How about that? You guys, I am so sorry, you guys. I know this has got to be the longest freaking intro ever. I'm going for the record. We're at 39 minutes and 24 seconds of this intro. The fact that there are 50 people here waiting for this show is amazing to me. And I love you all. I am so sorry. Here we go. Here in the Poindexter Lounge. We're talking about The Flash. Oh, is it The Flash? Is it The Flush? What happened? Is it good? Is it bad? Should we ban it? Should we boycott it? Is Ezra Miller going to redeem himself? Should we just totally trash the movie? Can you not believe why this movie is still coming out? Oh, we're going to talk about it all. And Enosh is a little hot about it tonight. Let's talk about it here in the Poindexter Lounge. Let's go. What's up, nerd family? Welcome once again to the Poindexter Lounge. Hold on just a second here. Hey, I guarantee you it's a professional show. Hey, I am so sorry. I'm going to have to trim this sucker, man. Afterwards, I apologize for my lateness. I started everything and I thought I was ready to go. And then I had some stuff come up in the house that I had to address and just, family stuff. And I apologize, but it had to be done. So thank you for sticking around, all of you. It's good to be with you in the lounge tonight. Remember, if this is your first time to the lounge, I'm usually in before 40 minutes into the intro. I usually am. I usually am. But you know what? Hey, you found the right place if you're looking for a place that's pretty cool, that talks about nerd stuff, because the Poindexter Lounge is a place for nerds. It's a place where you and me and all of us can get together and talk about the things that we love. Things like TV shows, movies, games, sci-fi, fantasy, comic books, superheroes, toys, and so much more. And if those things get you excited, then hey, you found the right place. You're in the right place. So let's do this, right? So what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, hit the stuff, do the things, hit the like button if you would, because that really helps. There are 61 of you here watching, and you know what? You could just take a second. Just take a second and hit the like button. I know there's probably somebody out there hate watching, but that's okay too. It's all right. But I'm glad that you're here, right? And so if you support the Poindexter Lounge, or you know what, or if you just want the Poindexter Lounge to stay around so you can be ticked off at us all the time, I'll take that too. Whatever you want to do. But like I said, please hit that like button because it helps. It helps us, and it is what it is. Let's see, a couple things. First of all, man, how have you guys been? You guys been good? I hope you guys have been good. I had a meeting today with my friend Greg. Oh, that's right. My friend Greg from none other than BullySticksDirect.com. That's right. My friend Greg, who owns BullySticksDirect.com. BullySticksDirect.com is an awesome company that makes dog treats and chews. And my dogs absolutely love them. As you've seen many times, if you guys watch, a variety of my stuff, you guys know that I actually do promotional stuff for Bully Sticks Direct. I run their TikTok and their YouTube channel. So go follow Bully Sticks Direct on YouTube and on TikTok. I make all kinds of fun videos with my dogs. But Bully Sticks Direct is awesome. They're all natural. Look even here for Valentine's Day special. They got a 15% off code. Now you can use code Poindexter at any time, and please use that code. Poindexter saves you 10% off, and you get free shipping, and you get all this stuff. But look at this. If you want to get your pooch, your little dog, something special for Valentine's Day, you can get 15% off right now. And I'm telling you what, it's great stuff. The dogs love them. It's all natural. As you can see here, I always say this. Look at there. Phone number right there. You can call. Anytime that that you get, there's 378 verified reviews. It says lock in 10% savings with convenient auto ship. So if you auto ship, you can automatically save 10%. But yeah, check it out. Check it out. It's a single source supplier. It's all natural, preservative free. It is all natural, preservative free. No added hormones or antibiotics. They've got a wide range of stuff here, guys. I'm telling you what, my dogs love all this stuff. But yeah, there is something for everybody. And I will just say this: look, man, it's like any dog treat or chew. You got, if you got a little dog, like don't give him a 6-inch bully stick and let him swallow the thing. You know what I mean? You gotta keep it real. But but I just say that because like people are funny. But because every once in a while people are like, oh, these bully sticks, man, my dog ate it and whatever. And it's like, well, you got a little dog and ate a 6-inch bully stick. What do you want? But no, they're awesome. They alleviate boredom, they lessen anxiety, and trust me, we know all about that with Harley Quinn, our little dog, and little dog. She's the biggest dog out of all of them, and they're great for fun. They're healthy. They are natural. Listen, they're natural. Listen, I love it under this. It says when a chew can provide freedom from boredom and anxiety, and also provides excellent nutrition. It's a win-win. Our chews aren't just for chewing pleasure; they're actually a source of protein for the energy your dog needs to run, jump, and play. And they are safe. They're 100% natural with very few ingredients. It's a single source supplier. So go check out Bully Sticks Direct at bullysticksdirect.com. And know this, I'm going to have Greg on. We're going to do a Bully Sticks stream one night where you guys can ask all the questions you want about Bully Sticks and do that. Also, thank you to everyone who supports the channel. You guys are friggin' awesome, and I appreciate you all. And we need y'all here, okay? So please, if you haven't already, you can join the Patreon. I got some stuff for Patreon members and for members of the channel coming up. So there's going to actually be whole shows that are just based on that. We're getting ready to do a big revamp here. I got new logos and things being made right now, and a new intro. And so we got a lot of stuff. And also thank you to everyone who gives super chats. You guys are fantastic. You are all appreciated. And I give you all my thanks. And also those of you who just sometimes want to support the channel, there are links down below where you can do that. And then we also have our store that you can check out as well. But like I said, we got new logos coming. We got a new intro coming. Yeah, there's a lot of new stuff coming. So stay tuned here to Poindexter Lounge. You're going to see a lot more of me. It's just I'm trying to get all that stuff together. And, so it's a lot of work. So I do want to say hi to a couple people. What's up, Luke? What's up, Luke? What's up, Vince? What's up, Kenneth? Good to see you all. What's up, Anthony Beltre? Hey, man, if you want a link, let me know. What's up, Hal Jordan? Come on, Darth Scipio. Darth Scipio says, come on, gang. The Flash trailer sucks. Ezra Miller sucks as the Flash and as an actor. Jeez. What's up, Jalen? What's up, Patrick? What's up? Oh, says, hey, Enosh and fam, what's going on? Oh, and you know what? Well, first we'll say hello to Zeno. What's up? What's going on, Zeno? Oh, has been a member for a long time, 1 year and 10 months, man. You are awesome. Hey, oh, can you tell me if you are in the United States? Because if you're in the continental United States, I got something for you. Because don't forget, right now our giveaway is this Raphael from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. There it is right there. And I know there's a couple of you guys that I got to get stuff out to, and I apologize, but I'll be getting that out to you guys soon. But yeah, so that's our giveaway right now. So let me know if you're here. All right, and I can send this to you. What's up, Jared? Jared's here. Let's see, Brian's here. Jimbo, you're always welcome, man. You can always come in if you want to. What's up, Kevin Wagner? Yeah, you know what? See, this is something I haven't really spoke out about, but you know what? We'll talk about it tonight. Okay. I'll tell you what, I'll give you my feelings on that, because I have not talked about it yet publicly. What's up, Matthew? The trailer was awesome. There's no way I'm going to be able to get through all of you guys, because we need to get started. Kinky Sphincter, what's going on? Darkness in the Wind, what's going on? Let's see, I think I already said hi to Matthew, but hey, no, that's fine. What's up, Sarah's? Says that Flash trailer like kicked the entire phase 4 and 5 of the MCU in the balls. That's awesome. That is awesome. What's up, Brucifer? What's going on? Let's see. I think I saw a couple others here, just real quick. Saggy's here. Spherical Man is here. Says if Sasha becomes well liked enough, I'm convinced that they'll make her Power Girl. That's an interesting take. She would basically have the same history since the comics. She's an alternate. Yeah, that's possible. But I don't know. That's an interesting one. What's up, Simon Section? Says, what's the play, Enosh? What do we do? Try not to die and let us pray. What's up, Fourth 1000? There's my bud, Fourth 1000. Yeah, we're going to talk about the costumes. We're going to talk about all of it tonight. What's up, Todd Fair? Supergirl, I thought, was one of the best parts of the trailer. Cool. What's up, Rhea? Always good to see Rhea in the chat. Love you, Rhea. And let's see. I think... Okay, I know that there's a lot more of you who joined, but just know that I love you, and we do have to get started. So I'm gonna go down here to the end. I know I'm gonna miss. I'll have to go back and read some of your comments, you guys' comments. What's up, Jose? Good to see Sasha. Probably already is liked. Gunn said he loves the movie and he's gotta love her performance. There you go. What's up, Angry Canadian? I love the Avatar. All aboard. The trailer was awesome, man. What's up, Cherie? Good to see you, Cherie. Cherie is here. Integrity 101. Good to see you, man. I was thinking about you because I'm trying to plan my Superman 3 watch party. What's going on, Caden? What's going on, Dumiro? Is that Dumiro? Is that how you pronounce it? I think. Just make sure I didn't miss anything. All right, I think I'm good. Toronto Freddy's here. There's my buddy Toronto Freddy. Good to see you, brother. Guys, go follow Toronto Freddy on Instagram. You see a lot of cool stuff. What's up, RJ? What's that? I don't know what that's about. You guys are having a conversation there about something. About the color apparently in the thing. All right. Okay, I think I got it. All right, we're good. All right. Anyways, what's up? Oh, Monkey Jeebus is in there. Monkey Jeebus is there. What's going on, Monkey Jeebus? And Benimus Prime. Good to see you guys. Okay, so that being said, we're just going to go ahead and we're going to... You thought I died. Thank you, Saggy. Appreciate it. You thought I died, huh?
Enosh takes 40 minutes to start a stream and then takes an additional 40 minutes to say hi to y'all in the chat. And for some reason, there's still like
9.
I literally messaged him. I said, only Enosh can be 40 minutes late starting his show and gain viewers as everyone's waiting. I'm like, this is unheard of.
The anticipation.
Honestly, I'm sitting here. Everyone's freaking out. I'm like, this man's gaining views. I don't understand. We're all in the back, like, type in the back chat, like, what do we do? Do we call him? Like, what is happening? Lord have mercy.
William did call me. And I couldn't pick up the phone because I was coming on right as he was calling me. So if William's watching, I think William maybe was, he says, you still going on? He just texted me. He's like, you still going on?
Yeah, because everyone's like, William, start the show. William comes to the chat. What's going on? I'm like, we don't know.
Grab the magic 8-ball. Is Enosh going to be on tonight, actually? Is he actually going to show up to his own show? Yes, definitely. And here I am. And then also here we got Brian. What's up, Brian?
Hey.
Oh, Brian's still awake. I'm surprised.
Yes, Brian's still here
too. You almost lost me there for a minute. So
first hour of the show is nothing but intro.
Well, if I had the power, I'd at least change the song.
Right. Well, hey, you were the one who gave up the power, bro.
No,
you were the one who gave up the power, bro. You could have had the power.
I wanted to make room for others. So
well, there ain't nobody else right now. So
okay.
we're in talks to get Jiving with Jack back.
Nice. I want to get sports going. Is what I want to do.
Get a sports thing going.
I'm sick of the nerd crap, so maybe we'll talk about that. Okay.
You can do whatever you want to here on the podcast.
I'm sick of the nerd crap, but I'm here to talk about the nerd crap tonight.
Right.
It's true.
Right. Hey, Dad Dude Vince also with his membership. Thank you, bro, for continuing your membership with us, man. I love you, bro. I love you, Dad Dude Vince. Vince is a good guy, man.
We love Vince.
Love Vince. All right, so something happened this weekend.
Wait, what?
Oh, because we're gonna get into all of it. I'm telling you right now.
Lost.
yes. Showgirls talk show right now. So Showgirls was a movie, if you can call it that.
Oh,
is it really a movie?
Was it a TV show?
No. Showgirls was, remember Elizabeth Berkley? It was like, ooh, Elizabeth Berkley naked. Like the girl.
I feel like I'm gonna need some pie for this. I'm gonna be right back and get some pie.
The chick from Saved by the Bell, man.
Yes, cool. Saved by the Bell girl got naked and everybody lost their mind. So there you go.
That came out at a real good time for me.
Okay, so, but here's the thing: the trailer for The Flash came out Sunday night. Brian, what'd you think?
Okay, so I was not very interested in seeing this movie kind of at all. I was just like, yeah, whatever, I'm over it. I had a little bit of I was like, hey, all right, they got something going here. I might give it a peek. Might watch it. I'm not gonna go crazy about it, but I'm gonna,
like, yeah, you know, it's all
right.
It's all right. It's okay. I might give it a chance.
I might give it a shot, man. Like,
Saggy, what did you think of the trailer?
I cried. I legit cried. I cried a few times. I mean, first of all, seeing Keaton in that suit made me tear up. I was done. I lost it when I saw Keaton.
The music kind of got me a little bit.
Yeah, that whole build up. Like, we knew that Keaton was gonna be in it.
Yes.
But seeing him in the flesh was like nostalgic, and there were so many feelings. And I'm just so like happy for Ezra. So happy. And that also got me emotional too, because I'm like, out of all the crap that Ezra had went through last year and still is going through, seeing this film and seeing Ezra was like it was amazing.
Yeah. So I'll just say this. You all know, like, I make no bones about it. Look, I got my 89 Batwing right here.
Nerd.
Yep. I got my 89 Batwing right here. It still works. I just bought this a few months ago, but I mean, they got the little hook thing still there that works right there. It's all together. Remember when were you here the night that like I did this and I shot the little rubber thing at the camera just to see, you know, just to be funny, and it actually like went right onto the thing, like right there, like that. Did a pretty good job. So look, I love Michael Keaton. I'm sorry if you don't, but I really don't care. At this point, listen, you all know what an outspoken person I have been about the Snyder Cut, about the Snyder Cut movement. I wanted the Snyder Cut. I still would love to see more Snyderverse. I don't care what anybody has to say about it. You can all just kind of kiss my butt if you don't like it.
Ass.
Yeah, well, you know, if you want to call it an ass, you can. Many people acting like one nowadays.
Amen.
And you know, but my thing is that I'm just enjoying what I'm seeing. I'm a DC fan, and no, I'm not. I'm sick as these people go, oh, they say true DC fans are just gonna like anything. No, I don't just like anything. I've been outspoken about what I like, about what I don't like, and I just don't care anymore. Like seriously, you know what I'm tired of? I'm tired of people acting like a-holes. I'm tired of people not being able to accept something for what it is. You know, James Gunn literally comes out this week and says, look, I talked with Zach. He didn't talk with Zach. Okay. I talked with Zach. We talked about some different things. He didn't show any interest in anything. What if we're not getting the Snyderverse because Zach didn't show any interest?
Yeah.
I don't know, because he's working on a bunch of stuff right now.
Maybe he said, I'm kind of over it.
Wait, guys. But Zach likes stuff. He likes the pose that means something.
Everything freaking means something. I swear to God.
Happy for a friend.
Listen. I'm tired of scoopers. I'm done with scoopers. You know what? I'm sorry if I offend anybody. I am not meaning to offend anybody, but I have friends too that I have told flat out this week. I'm sick of your flip-flopping. I'm sick of you going back and forth. Grow up. Let's act like adults here. Form an opinion. Form an educated opinion, and then stick with it.
Yep.
See, I watched Saggy stream earlier today, and I'm telling you what, yes, I resonated a lot with your stream, because there's been a lot of people over the last year or so, ever since Ezra Miller started going, having some issues that were in the news, right? And all these people were ready to throw him to the wolves. Right? There's still people, I swear to God, I want to smack people upside the head when I see people saying things snidely or making references or doing stupid things, talking about Ezra or talking about James Gunn. Like, literally, when when the reality is if James Gunn, I still say, if James Gunn had said, "Hey, I called up Zach and I said, Zach, do you want to complete your trilogy of Justice League movies?" And he said, "Yes." And I said, "Okay, let's do it. Let's finish this and do that first, and then we'll do whatever I want to do or figure out what we want to do later. But let's do that." Nobody would be calling him a pedo.
Yep.
Because you're all a bunch of freaking hypocrites.
Yep.
You're all a bunch of opportunists.
Yeah.
Who literally will just grasp onto every little thing that you can.
Yep.
To try to save your opinion and keep yourself from looking like a moron, but you make yourself look worse.
Yup.
You dig yourself in a hole, in a big, giant, freaking hole.
Oh.
That tells everybody, look at me, I'm an idiot. You promise stuff. I love how these scoopers, remember just a couple of months ago, guys, when the scoopers were telling us things like, Zack Snyder's not only coming back, but he's going to direct like 5 more movies. And then he's going to lead it. James Gunn is pretty much just going to let him take control. And then when that started to kind of fall apart, it was, oh, there's been a special meeting. Oh my gosh. Zack's wife has gone and she could possibly be head of DC. Right? And then you just throw Ezra under the bus. You don't care about the new information that's come out. You don't care about actually doing any research or anything like that. But then when the trailer comes out.
Yep.
When the trailer comes, people who have been on this show, people that I've been on shows with, people who are in this chant right now.
Say it, baby.
Who are friends, who I love, but I'm going to call you out on your nonsense.
We love you, but
I got 3 people. Can we throw in 3 cents on this and call it 3 cents on nonsense?
Oh,
because I'm sorry when you're sitting there and you've literally griped at me on stream after stream after stream, and you've left your little comments in my chats, and you've told me personally how you feel, and you've been on things that been on other people's things when they've tore me a new one over how in the world, Enosh, can you support the Flash movie? How can you support Ezra Miller after all he's done? And then when truth came out and things weren't always what they seemed. And now the Flash trailer comes out. People who are like, I'm not going to see that Flash movie because I'm standing on principle. Then stand on your effing principle and keep to it. Oh, but there's new information that came out. Okay, then apologize. Apologize. Don't tell me about how, well, I've got new information now and I appreciate it now and I can understand it and now I'm going to go see it because it looks like the coolest, badassest thing on the planet. I don't want a 70-year-old Batman. Oh, my God. You ever heard of CGI? Did you see Batman doing flips and all that stuff, man? Like Michael Keaton's Batman floating down from the ceiling, man, flipping, beating up people in his Batcave, and then da 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 da. Heck yeah! All I'm saying is, and I'll end this rant. If that is you, or if you think that I'm talking about you, apologize, because it's nonsense. And then there's some of you out there, and we'll talk about this. There's some, look, I expect it from the usual moron, Saggy. Right?
Yeah.
I expect that stuff from the usual morons. Like we all heard all the stances and we've seen all the videos and everything, right? Leading up to this where it was like, this stuff, right?
Yep.
Oh, wait, hold on. I don't have it in there. Okay, hold on. Here we go. Ezra leading a cult? Victims describe their nightmare. Yeah.
Hold on. Wait, that couldn't be the same guy that I've been exposing for being sus himself, could it?
I'm just going to tell you, I might have stolen these from your Twitter account.
that couldn't be the same person who also was accused of, being inappropriate to people on the internet, could it?
No. But you know what? Here's the thing. If you've acted like an ass and you realize that you're wrong, then you need to apologize. That's all I'm going to say about that. I don't need to say anybody's name. I don't need to say anything because you've acted a certain way, and I'm sorry if you can't handle it. If you're wrong, you're wrong. That's what a grown-up does. A grown-up says, you know what? I didn't have right information, even though you tried to give me the information for almost a year, even though you did stream after stream trying to present it. You know what? I finally get it, and I'm sorry. And if you don't, well, thanks. Thanks for playing.
Well, we already know why this person.
I know what this is all about.
I mean, let's be realistic. This is also the same person who had, I don't know, one of Ezra's accusers on for clicks, without evidence or anything.
Integrity, you're absolutely right. People are absolutely afraid of apologizing. They can't bring themselves.
Accountability over entertainment, though, right? That's what we talk about all the time.
Exclusive Ezra Miller accuser interview. Shocking new details from best friend. Really? Because we kind of know who Ezra's best friends aren't we, don't we, Saggy?
Yeah. Well, they were talking about the best friend of the person who accused.
Oh, it's the best friend of the person. The best friend of the cousin's neighbor who once cleaned a house that was next door to a house that Ezra Miller may have stayed in one night when he was playing with his band. Exclusive.
Yeah.
Exclusivo. But then we get this from Mr. Signor. Oh my God, the Flash movie looks incredible. I just read it like him. Oh my God, the Flash movie looks incredible. That Super Bowl The Flash trailer with Ben Affleck and Michael Keaton's Batman blew my mind. Super Bowl 2023, hashtag Super Bowl. No wonder they didn't throw that movie out. Don't mess this up, Ezra Miller. Watch my reaction. Okay.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, sounds about right.
But I said this on
now
my
we're on
stream.
board.
I said this on my stream, so I'll say this on yours as well, just so everyone knows. Ezra's aware of these scummy grifters, the things they've said, the accusations they believed, all the trash they talked. So if Andy Signor is thinking of ever getting an exclusive from Ezra, well, you can kiss that out the window once you had one of the accusers' best friends, mother's, daughter's, cousin's dog on your channel.
But here's the thing. People ask me all the time, well, Enosh, like, you form these opinions and then like, we don't understand them. Right? Okay. But you know what? More times than not, I've not been the last one out here standing going, yeah, I was wrong. Listen, I have said over and over again, Saggy has said it, I in no way think that Ezra Miller is like just completely innocent of everything and that like he has done no wrong at all. Never said that. My point is that when I still see people talking about the grooming, which was proven wrong, this kidnapping thing, which never happened, the holding people, and all this stuff, and calling for the movie to be canceled and trashed and thrown away and all that stuff, then guess what? I'm going to talk out about that, right? And I have, because all that stuff was proven to not be true. If you want to have a conversation about actual stuff, then we can. But that's my rant on that stuff, because I am he's not on video throwing a chair at a lady, man.
Yeah, there's no video of that. That's the thing.
There's no video of that, dude.
There's no video of that.
See, here's the problem, Saggy. People don't understand that, like I'm not just talking about this stuff. Okay, literally, I had to sign an NDA about certain things because we had these conversations, right? And we were talking to people. When right before all this stuff started, I was actually talking to Ezra, and we were talking about him coming on the lounge. Okay, we have supported Ezra through this in the fact that we've looked at the actual facts. There is no video. It's not on YouTube. The video that you're talking about is literally from a few years ago. Uh, you're not blocked, man.
No, on the main one. It's yeah, he was in here earlier and it wasn't working.
I don't know, dude. I went through it before, dude, and
You might
thought
have
I
to do
found
it on Google. Yeah, you have to do it through. I'll show you how to do it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I unblocked that other one, whatever when you talked about it before. So you're not blocked as far as I'm concerned. Listen, that was not him throwing a chair at the woman. That was that situation where they said he choked the woman or whatever, and that has been super sus from the beginning about what exactly happened. Nobody literally has all the information on that.
No, and the thing is, a lot of people will say things like that. They haven't even done their due diligence to research anything.
It's
and
not the chair incident. The chair incident
right.
was an accident that he didn't just pick up a chair and throw it at a woman. He threw a chair and it literally happened to hit somebody. That's what happened. He didn't pick up a chair and go, I'm gonna come at you. He threw a chair and it happened to hit somebody. There's kind of a difference. One has intent.
Okay, hold on. Wait, hold on. Angry Canadian, you saw the freaking video of them throwing the chair? Present it. Because I've literally spent months covering the story,
right?
And that does not exist. I've seen every video, all the police body cam footage.
Yep.
Everything. I deep dived the crap out of this, and I had help from people close to Ezra on finding all this stuff so I can cover it. So there is no video. So if you saw a video of Ezra throwing a chair, please present it. There is no video on YouTube of Ezra throwing a chair. I literally covered it for months. So no, you're full of crap. There's no video of them throwing a chair at anyone.
Well, what I also love is, okay, and this I will name RJ on this because I love you, RJ. And then I'm going to read some super chats. Thank you guys for your super chats. Keep them coming in. But we have this. What does this look like to you? Does this look like a picture of Ezra Miller in promotion for the Flash?
Looks like the Flash.
I'm just saying it looks like Ezra Miller being used in promotion for the Flash, right? And then also the trailer for the Flash. Ezra Miller's all over that thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
you know who else is all over that thing? Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
Is anybody else surprised to see Ben in there as much?
You know what? I was surprised. Honestly, I was surprised about how much they showed him in that. And there's still people bitching about that, dude. They're looking. See, and this is the RJ. This is the type of nonsense that I'm talking about. In the trailer, there's literally double of him, wide out in the open. You literally said, RJ, that they were not going to show Ezra, that they were going to keep him hidden. And so because he's in a pose like this that still shows his face, but you're trying to continue this idea. Like, RJ, look, if you don't like it, don't like it. You said you weren't going to go see it, don't go see it. It's pretty simple, bro. Yeah, because Batman and Supergirl are in the movie. So yes, they're going to show Batgirl
like part of the main
and
cast.
Supergirl, but literally they show Ezra all over the thing. And my point is not that there was never any doubt that they weren't going to show Batman and Supergirl in it, which it's awesome. But they show two Batman in it and Supergirl because that's the movie. That's part of the movie. But you said specifically that they were not going to show Ezra because they were going to keep Ezra hidden.
Brian had to go to bed.
And that's not what happened. That's not what happened. That trailer has Ezra all over it. All over it. No, you didn't just say this. No, because you're not wrong about this, RJ. And this is not my point about you, bro. And it's not just you. It's others who are just keeping on with this type of thing. And it's just not true. It's just not true. I mean, so what are we to say from that? So because she's kind of in the shadow and her hair's covering her face, so they probably don't want to promote Supergirl in this movie. Really? Oh, they cut off half of Batman's head. I mean, how? Let's not be silly about this. Let's call things what they really are. Right? But that's all I had to say about that because Yes, you did. You said they were going to hide Ezra, and you said it in this very chat, insinuating that they're trying to hide him. What, two comments ago, bro?
Here's the thing, right? Again,
literally 2 comments ago, bro.
Well, I also want to point out, I literally talked about this when I went to the store today. I literally asked people that I knew at the store about like, oh, did you guys see the Flash trail? They're like, yeah, we saw the Flash trail. It looks really good. I was like, oh, do you know the stuff going on with Ezra Miller? And they're like, no, what's going on with Ezra? And that's the thing that you guys need to understand. General audience do not know or care about Ezra Miller right now. They don't know about the controversies. A lot of them don't. So again, these posters, they're not for us. They're for the general audience.
Right. And the general audience loved this trailer. I loved this trailer. This trailer was so cool to see. Like I said, as a Michael Keaton fan, Michael Keaton was my favorite Batman. He was my favorite Batman. And I still hold him in high esteem because he was the Batman of my childhood. You know, I turned 13 in September of '89. So when this movie came out, I was like 12, you know, and I was around for Batmania, man, of all that year, man. You couldn't find a Batman action figure. You know, the Batman action figure that goes with his Batwing, you couldn't even find one. They were on back order. I had to get a rain check from Toys R Us to even get that Batman action figure. And then Ben Affleck came around, and I absolutely adore Ben Affleck's version of Batman. And it's my favorite, right? So these are my two favorite Batmen in this movie, and I think that that's freaking awesome. And yeah, they're going to promote him because it's part of the movie, you know? But the thing is, it's very much a Flash movie, and everybody's talking about how it's very much a Flash movie. That when you actually see the movie, Batman's in it, but all the talk has been that either Batman are there to serve a certain purpose to get the Flash to the points that the Flash needs to be. Right. And so I love you, RJ. I love the other people who you don't have to like this, you know, you don't have to support it, you know, not every bit of it. That's fine. All I'm saying is that for almost a year now, people have attacked this man, and I'm happy for Ezra that those most of the charges that came against him, done. They were either thrown out, or yes, he did the plea deal on the one thing, because that was a convoluted mess with what all actually happened there.
They got away with it. It was a plea deal. They got a slap on the wrist because they're a white male.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're gonna break down a couple pictures here from the thing, but first of all, we got some super chats I want to get to. Thank you guys so much for the super chats. H Bar 2 with the $5 super chat says, when Supergirl was floating above the prison, Elmo, my friend, thought she was Ronald McDonald. I've literally seen people. I saw a tweet of somebody complaining, saying that she doesn't look Kryptonian. Did you see that? Somebody said she doesn't look Kryptonian. Her outfit doesn't look Kryptonian. I'm like,
God, I hate people.
Like, you realize that like Kryptonians can look like whatever they want to, and she's from a parallel universe. They're like, well, her outfit isn't exactly like Cavill's was, so how can she be that when Zod is there and stuff? Because it's a different world. Like, what part of what should have been an awesome moment for everybody to just appreciate a really cool trailer, like, has still divided people. But I will just say this. I think that so much of this trailer is cool. First of all, very cool to see Michael Keaton back. How did you feel about him using the line on Batman?
Oh, dude, I squealed like a little schoolgirl. I was like, ee! My reaction was like, people who watched me live react to it. They heard, as soon as I saw Keaton, I screamed. And then when he said Batman and then jumped off the thing, I screamed like a psychopath. I loved, because Keaton is like the OG, like the first big screen Batman that's still around, because I mistook it because I forgot Adam West also had a movie that hit big screen when back in his day, but Michael Keaton's the first Batman on the big screen that's still around. So seeing him back in the suit still looks great. Just everything, I was like, yes, give me more. Nom, 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 nom.
Yeah. So Angry Canadian, I will say this. If I know the rumors that are out there, and Grace Randolph has put them out there, and and some of our friends for some reason have become like Grace Randolph Part 2. But look, Grace came out with this whole thing about there's 3 Batman, and other people were talking about there's 3 Batman, and then all of a sudden everybody jumped on the Clooney bin, right? like all of a sudden, man, no, Clooney was going to be the next Batman, and not only that, but he was going to stick around. Did you hear that, Saggy?
Oh, I heard that. I mean, a cameo makes sense. I mean, you could do a cameo, but
I'm all for a cameo.
For the Brave and the Bold,
No. And I love the fact James Gunn actually comes out and says, no, it's not going to happen. And like, what is wrong with these people who can't, who like want to call James Gunn on everything, yet when James Gunn actually communicates and says, no, that's not going to happen, guys, or this didn't happen or whatever, I don't believe him. I just don't know what it's going to take for some people.
Don't believe the person who's been in the industry for X amount of years, who's literally made movies, produced movies, directed all that good stuff. No, don't believe the person who's currently working at DC Studios for anything they say. Yeah, that is a sound mind for you guys.
Right. Yeah, no, Darkness, I couldn't believe that tweet. Like talking about Supergirl, and they said that she didn't look Kryptonian. Her suit didn't look Kryptonian. What does a Kryptonian look like?
Superman.
It was like her outfit doesn't have the same shiny sheen as his. Well, maybe the females have a different type of outfit.
No, Enosh.
Different materials for their jumpsuits.
She doesn't look Kryptonian because she doesn't look like Henry Cavill.
You know what that sounds like to me? That sounds like to me the teacher for Black History Month. You know, like for Black History Month, we at the school we were all decorating our doors. The kids, they get together and they decorate the door with different things and stuff. And so we did ours, and we did this nice thing. I came up with this thing that says Black history inspires our future. And we put pictures of all on top of all these, great leaders from Black history and everything. And it was awesome. And they're all in black and white. And then what we did was I took a picture of every staff member who's a person of color. And we put at the bottom, and so that's, it inspires our future, right? So like all of our leaders in our school and everything, and they're not all teachers, but then I was talking to one teacher, and he was asking me what I was doing. I said, I'm going around taking pictures of all, the people of color in our school so that we can put them on our door and everything. And he's like, we don't have any black teachers. I'm like, yeah, we do. And he goes, no, we don't. And I said, well, what about so-and-so? And he goes, oh, she doesn't count. And I went, what? What do you mean she doesn't count? Oh, well, she's not fully black. I said, excuse me? He's like, well, she's really light skinned and look at her hair.
Oh, Lord,
and I was like,
those type of people. Yeah.
Oh, I was like, and I was sitting there with a friend of mine, my friend Micah. We were standing there like having this conversation, and I felt like so awkward and out of place. And I'm like, what? What do you mean she's not black enough? Like her dad is black from Jamaica. And her mom is Irish. And she looks mixed, but she looks black. And it's like, who are you to tell people who's black? Who are you to tell people who's a Kryptonian and who's not? Like, it's nonsense. But people are striving for every little thing that they can get, it seems, to try to act like that this wasn't a great trailer. And it was a great trailer. From the normal people, like you said, Saggy, from the normal people that are just out there who don't have a cause, who don't have, something, in mind or, something up their sleeve, or a chip on their shoulder. They loved it.
Right.
They loved it.
Right. It's funny, right? Because again, I spent a little bit after my stream looking at all the people who covered Ezra Miller and said all the negative stuff about Ezra. This movie should be canceled. They need to recast. This movie's not going to do well because of Ezra Miller. Then the trailer drops. Then you go back and see the reaction. Oh my God. I can't count how many videos I watched of people reacting to it that talked all the crap, loving what they saw. Especially when they saw Michael Keaton. Mind you, everyone already knew Michael Keaton was going to be in this movie. So why people were acting super surprised when they saw it, right? The flush. Don't forget it. They called it the flush, guys.
Well, listen, I think the reason why is because they actually saw him now, right? Like to actually see him in action as, Simon, I brought up the same exact thing. So apparently Obama wasn't black enough to be our president, like, our first black president. Come on, I mean,
Listen,
that's just it's just nonsense.
I literally had people of color tell me that I that they revoke my black card. It's like, okay.
Yeah, it's silly. And I mean, and it actually borders on something worse, but that's a whole other different conversation. But yeah, people are calling it the flush. People are calling it stuff, and I will say this, like, as far as Clooney and yeah, venomous. I know, and that's unfortunate too. That's unfortunate too. There's a lot of people who crapped on it. A lot of scoopers who are crapping on it, saying it was going to be horrible. Now they're like, "Oh, the Flash, it's so great. It's so," and I'm glad that they're happy. I'm glad that they like it because you really would kind of look. I think you look kind of moronic if you watch this trailer and you didn't think it was awesome. I mean, it's just that good, you know. But technically, they've talked about for a while that Michael Keaton and Clooney and Val Kilmer are all, they want to say, three different Batmen from that, like, they want to split it up somehow because Michael Keaton's and theirs is theirs. So I don't know, but let me get to a couple of these. If you're from Florida, message me because you get Raphael. Raphael is yours if you want him. Let me know. Message me. You got all the social medias, or you can email me at poindexterlounge@gmail.com, and Raphael is yours. Okay? And I'll send out a couple action figures because I still have to send out this guy still yet. I know I'm so far behind. But that's awesome. Rational here says, so Enosh, will they have Supergirl snap Zod's neck? I hope they do. I hate the BS off superheroes don't kill. Rational, I'm right there with you. Unfortunately, that's part of it that I'm taking with a grain of salt, and I'm just kind of waiting to see. I'm hoping that they don't try to retcon too many things, to try to make it right for certain people, and undo things. Because I think if they go down that route, that's going to be very unfortunate. That's not the route that they need to go down. But I agree with you. I think that there are times when a superhero needs to use force, lethal force, and there's nothing wrong with that. Larry here with a $20 super chat. Wow, man. Thank you, bro. Says, I'm psyched for Flash, especially Batfleck and Keaton in the same movie. I know it's awesome, man. I hope that they meet. That would be really great. If it's a multiverse, everything is canon. People try to tell me Snyderverse is erased, but Clooney and Adam West are canon. LOL. Cavill and Batfleck will return. Larry, that's how I'm looking at it. It's multiverse. Like, multiverse means anything's possible. I've said it, Saggy. Wouldn't it be funny if all these people complaining? Look, I'm just as mad that Henry Cavill is gone. Okay, right. I'm just as upset. But you notice also he's like, we didn't fire him. James Gunn said we didn't fire him. We just didn't hire him for this thing. Wouldn't it be interesting if like the 10-year plan is to set up for like a big, huge crossover thing?
Right.
That brings Henry Cavill back?
I mean, the thing people forget all the time that I have to always remind everybody, because people don't use their brains sometimes, is that this movie started under Walter Hamada's watch. Okay? That's where this movie started. They always planned on rebooting, right? Henry was already out. Remember, The Rock admitted that it took 6 years of asking the old regime to get Henry to come back for a cameo in Black Adam, and they told The Rock no for 6 years. Guys, for 6 years, they weren't planning on having Henry come back. So when everyone's blaming James Gunn wasn't around 6 years ago when the decision to not have Henry come back as Superman was already made.
Oh yes, and then we've got the hashtag sell the Snyderverse to Netflix campaign. Look, I'm just gonna tell you how I feel about this. Okay, when it comes to that hashtag, I understand why. Okay, can I preface that? I understand why you'd want that. I get it. It'd be great. Look, if Netflix announced tomorrow, like, hey, yeah, you know what, we talked to James Gunn, we want to do this thing, we want to produce this thing. Okay, great. But I feel like a lot of us, not me, but a lot of you who are part of that, you're overlooking so many things that go along with it. So many things. Yeah. Could they? Yes. Yes. There's been others who rationally have looked at it and gone, well, they could, right? It would make sense that they could do it. But is it feasible? And is it something that they're going to do because we campaign and use a hashtag for? No, I don't believe that. Listen, the Snyder cut was something that happened for a lot of different reasons. It didn't just happen because a lot of people used a hashtag. Okay. That's not why. If you think that it just happened because a lot of people just like were very vocal about it and use this hashtag, that's part of it. It was absolutely part of it. And I don't want to downplay anybody's, what anybody accomplished through it. But the thing is like with this sell it to Netflix thing, first of all, Netflix would need to want to do it. It would have to be viable for Warner Brothers. It would have to make sense. And I think really you're creating your own competition if you do it. It's almost saying we don't really have much faith in the thing that we're doing. If you did that, they would be saying that. I'm not saying that they think that, because I think that they got something special going forward. But I think that if you sell it to Netflix, then you're saying, well, we really don't have all this faith in what we're doing, so we're going to license this other thing, and it's going to be our own competition for the very same characters. Right? So we're going to put those characters over there, but we're still going to try to launch a Superman and a Batman in our own universe. And then they're going to open up themselves for criticism, because I've already seen people like in the same tweet as saying, oh, hey, come on, just let us have, these two movies and we'll just be happy and we'll, everything will be fine. And then James Gunn can go make his woke Justice League. Okay. That's the way you win that. Yeah. Like insult the thing because it's not what you think, when you don't even know what it is. Saggy, they don't even know what this is yet.
Oh, I know. That's why I'm literally arguing with the chat. I'm sitting there like, I see the most craziest comments. It's like, my point being, right? Gunn is not responsible for the Flash. Gunn's not responsible for Henry. They were never having Henry come back at all. That was the whole thing. They were never having Henry come back. The Rock tried to go above everyone's head and do Black Adam to get Henry to come back to make his movie good. I don't even think The Rock really even wanted Henry to come back. The Rock needed somebody big that the fans would want to see to make The Rock's movie good. And guess what? It still wasn't.
Hey, Angry Canadian, I appreciate you, man, but that's just not what happened.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
They didn't lure him away. They didn't promise him something. Like that's the thing, folks. Like if anything, like I see all this support all of a sudden for The Rock, but The Rock was the one who looked like they were making promises and trying to cash checks before you had money in the bank. You gotta save up before you start spending that cash. So you gotta save up your goodwill and know that you have something in the bank before you start promising things or bringing in other characters. And look, I loved seeing Henry at the end of Black Adam. It was the best part of Black Adam for me, right? But my thing is that we were never promised anything. We were told that Henry Cavill was coming back, but Gunn never said that. The new regime never said that. Henry said that because I believe that that's what Henry was told by The Rock and those people. And then things changed. And it sucks, man. Trust me, it sucks. I get it. I absolutely hate it. But what am I going to do? Am I just going to act like Superman just doesn't exist to me anymore? I'm going to save this one.
Yeah, make sure you save that.
Everything comes full circle, man. The Flash fixed everything.
Yes, the Flash fixed everything.
The Flash fixed everything. I'm kind of scared now. Whose mom is dead? Uh,
Damn, jeez.
no, nobody's mom died. Caden's mom just had, put a couple more notches in her belt. Rational Skeptic here with a $2 super chat. Yes. Caden's not even here. Good trailer, but I'm sad this film ends the DCEU. It's, Rational. It's going to be interesting to see how they end this. How they reboot this into the next thing. But listen, I've said it all along. Look, you all know what a fan I am of this stuff. That I've been a fan of the Snyder Cut. I love the Snyder Cut, but they can never take the Snyder Cut away from me now. I have the Snyder Cut, and
you don't, what? Enosh. Once the Flash movie comes out in June, every copy of your physical copy, your digital copy of the Snyder Cut is going to disintegrate because the Flash is going to erase it all. So guys, it's going to erase the Snyder Cut completely. All your DVDs, they're going to turn into dust once this movie, June 16th, gone. Didn't you know?
Dang.
Didn't you know that?
Now I'm kind of depressed.
I'm sorry. I mean,
give me a bottle of anything and a glazed donut. To go.
God, that's like a bad acid trip right there.
Dave Leroth. No, no, they're not going to take away my stuff, man. You can't. From my cold dead hands, will you take my Snyder Cut?
Ezra's gonna break into your house and take your copy of the Snyder Cut.
Ezra, come on over, man. Like he's here right now. Ezra's
gonna take your copy of the Snyder Cut. Break the probation.
Oh dear God.
That's what they want, man.
Oh Ezra. I did send Ezra a message though this week, and I told him that we were cared about it. Obviously, Ezra can't say much right now. I believe, and I think it's good.
Did you at least get a response? Because I don't get.
I did get a response.
I don't get responses. I want Bubble Tea. Ezra, if you are watching this, because I know Ezra be watching. I'm not playing with you. I know you watch my YouTube channel where I say it's not a joke anymore, Ezra. I'm going to force you to buy me a Bubble Tea, and then you'll never hear my voice again. I swear. I swear on Colonel Sanders.
You know what I loved about the response that I got from Ezra was that because I said, hey man, saw the trailer. I can't wait for the Flash, whatever. And most people would just send like a heart if they can't really say anything, but they like what you're saying, they send a heart. He said it
like Zack Snyder with everything on Twitter.
No, he sent an emoji of a heart, but it was like actually like a human heart.
Oh God, the cult is real. The cult is real.
I was like, oh, it's classic Ezra. I love it. He sends a heart like, yep, loved your comment there, but it's a human heart like with ventricles and everything.
Oh my God, I'm dead. Wait, you can have. Is that an emoji?
Apparently, it's an emoji because that's what he said. I don't know. Hey, Draga here with the $5 Australian super chat. Thank you, Draga.
I'm dead.
I was too. As soon as I saw it, I laughed my butt off. I was like, that is classic Ezra Miller right there. Thank you, Ezra. Am I allowed to not be hyped for the movie? I'm just burnt out by superhero movies these days. Got nothing to do with Ezra and stuff. Look, no, look, Draga, that's fine. Nobody has to like anything, My thing is I'm just talking about the people who have kind of turncoat on the whole thing, where it's like Ezra's coming for Enosh's heart.
Oh boy, this blood sacrifice.
He already has my heart.
Oh God.
No, listen. You don't have to like anything, Draga. Nobody has to like anything. My point is that maybe just call me old fashioned. Right? Call me old fashioned. I don't know. But my grandma raised me to take a look at things completely, right? To form my opinions based on fact, not emotion, not what the media says, not all that stuff, but to just try to look at the facts. Don't try to judge, on other stuff. And that's how I came to my Saggy, that's how I came to my opinions about Ezra Miller.
Right.
Okay. That I don't think that he was just squeaky clean. I don't think that. I think that he's made a lot of mistakes. Obviously, he made some mistakes because he's going to recovery. He's going through that process, And I've seen people even attack him for going through that process. And it's like, guys, so what do you want from the man? What do you want from the man? He's trying to, they're trying to take care of what they need to take care of.
Right. And God forbid that people, like, again, we live in a day and age where people look at celebrities, put them on the biggest pedestal and expect perfection. And like when they make mistakes, and it was a mistake, and so I see somebody in the chat, they're a violent person. No, this is how I know people just don't care to actually look into things. If you looked into Ezra on social media, interviews, everything they've posted, people have posted, you see nothing but Ezra engaging with normal people all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. So it is good. Like I said, are you guys that sheltered in your lives? You've never been to a bar and you've never seen people drink too much and get into a fight? Because where I'm from, that shit happens every night.
Oh, well, we remember, Saggy, the people who came at me and said that if you get in a bar fight, you should go to prison.
Yeah, no.
Remember that?
Like, yeah.
Remember that whole argument where I lost my cool with somebody, and I was like, that's not how things work here in the United States.
Right.
You know how many bar fights are go on every weekend? I mean,
literally the cops. Well, I was gonna say, literally, what the cops do, like out here, especially, and I've been to other places where I've seen it happen at bars and clubs. Right? The cops show up, they see two drunken idiots, they don't want to deal with paperwork, so they're like, just go home. 90% of the time, that's how bar fights, and unless somebody gets actually badly hurt and the ambulance have to get called, if no one's seriously injured, the cops will just say, go home. They'll look at people, you want to press charges? And sometimes they don't even ask that. They just say, what happened? Okay, you're both drunken idiots, go home. Yeah. That's it. The only thing with Ezra is Ezra was in Hawaii, and it happened a couple of times. Ezra was being intimidated at a bar, and even so, to sit there and be like, oh, Ezra's a violent person. You don't know Ezra. You don't know Ezra from a hole in the wall. Yeah. Defending violence, hey, you hear me? I don't care. A bar fight, people get drunk and they act stupid, people get hit. You don't like that? Deal with it. Call the cops.
Look. Nobody's defending violence. Nobody's saying it's okay. What we're saying is that the small, it's a minor offense according to the law, right? Nobody's people. I saw somebody today make a post on a Facebook post that said that Ezra was the most felonious, they call it felonious actor ever, which is not even true. Like, that's not even close to true. Do you understand the actors who have done horrible, and I mean horrible things, disgusting things that have careers that everyone champions, okay? And he's been in well, dude, most of them are in fights together, bro. Most of them are in fights together. They're fighting each other. Okay.
Hold on.
Nobody's saying, hey, you know what? It's okay that somebody beat you up or something like that. What we're saying is in the eyes of the law, there's only so much that goes on with certain things. You have to take it to a certain level for it to go to another place. Okay.
Hold on. Wait before you finish that, because I want to point this out. First of all, thanks for finding that chair throwing video, by the way. Second of all, the body cam footage that is on YouTube that you can find, you hear the person that Ezra got in a fight with literally asking the cops to light Ezra up. And if you don't know what that means, it means shoot Ezra. But the victim, right? The person that Ezra got into a bar fight with literally asked the cops, you could hear the audio, light him up. Wanted Ezra to get shot by the police over a bar fight, but Ezra's violent. When somebody literally wanted the cops to murder Ezra Miller. Okay, weird flex, but okay.
Yeah, it's just, and that's the thing is like they went out, the media painted this picture. And don't you think it was strange that every week all of a sudden we had a new Ezra Miller story?
Oh yeah, there's more that I guarantee you after this with the trailer and everything. Oh, more will be coming out. More people will start throwing the stories out
it got so ridiculously out of hand. And did you notice that there was all that stuff about he groomed Takata, he kidnapped her and all that stuff, and then all of a sudden that just all like nobody reported the outcome. Did you notice that?
Right.
Nobody reported the outcome, and you know why?
Nope.
It's because the outcome was that he didn't do that. The outcome was she's an 18-year-old girl, can make her own decisions, and she had a couple of parents who were really trying to control their daughter, who didn't want to be their daughter anymore, wanted to be their son. And that's what happened.
Right. But again, facts elude people. Like I said, you got this person in the chat, Angry Canadian. I'm gonna call you out because you clearly don't even know. Because everything you've said in this chat since we started talking about it, you talked about a chair throwing video that's all over YouTube, but yet you haven't presented a single link to one. I literally was looking after you said that, couldn't find it. Okay, and then you're sitting there saying like, oh, well, the victims don't think it's minor. I just told you about the audio that exists with the police body cam footage of Ezra getting arrested, where you can hear the person that Ezra got a fight with wanting the cops to shoot Ezra and kill them. But you're okay with that. And then you're going to say, like, I can't believe you guys are defending Ezra's behavior. No one's defending the behavior. Ezra was held accountable. That's why Ezra got arrested. That's called due process, honey.
Yep.
And due process was done many times with Ezra. And then you're sitting there saying Ezra's a violent person. You say, oh, you don't know? You don't know either. Have you talked to Ezra? Do you know Ezra personally? Are you behind the closed doors with Ezra to see how violent they actually are? No. You're basing it on a couple of headlines that didn't have any facts to back it.
That's the biggest problem, right? Is that everybody has been since the beginning. They've been running with this stuff about Ezra. And honestly, nobody who's talking about it was there. And you can't take a couple seconds of a video and say, this is what it means without the entire story. Literally, you can't. Because you could take anybody at any given point, take a couple of seconds of video and make it look like anything.
Right.
And I'm not saying that that's what happened here, but Ezra got arrested. How long did they keep Ezra?
Not too long. Like
overnight. How long did they keep him? How long did they keep this villainous, murderous, dangerous person off the streets?
A night, 24 hours, if anything.
4 hours.
Oh, 4. Wasn't even a full 24 hours.
4 hours. Long enough to get Ezra down to the station, get them processed, and let them go.
Wait. Pause. Angry Canadian. Simple fact, he's been violent more than one instance that had a meltdown in a cop car. Honey, I want you to look on YouTube and look up people getting arrested on YouTube and see how many normal people who aren't actors have meltdowns by being arrested. It's not fun being arrested. Again, you must live a very sheltered life if you are really depressed over a couple of instances where, violence happened. No one's justified.
But
right now,
I got to tease you because I got too many Canadian friends. Some of my best friends are
Canadian.
And I live in Michigan. I live in Michigan right over the border. And my wife and I met each other in Canada. So I mean no offense. But when I hear angry Canadian, all I can think is, hey, I'm angry, eh? I'm about to get very sore.
By the way, can you please highlight Rhea's comment? Because Rhea's comment is like the best explanation of like what the hell is going on. Because like
this
the one above it, angry when she's addressing angry.
Let's see, where is she? It
says angry. I don't. It's like a little bit up.
Oh, angry. I don't think there's justification. I think we're focusing on the imbalance and moral responsibility under the current spectral of lifestyle decisions plus involvement in high visibility IPs.
Thank you.
Wow.
That's why
Rhea, that is very intelligent. I love that there.
That's why I love my wifey. She is the smart one in the room all the time.
And that's the look, if you don't care, and Darth, this is fine. If you don't like his acting, that's fine. Listen, I was not a fan of the new Harry Potter movies. Okay? And it wasn't just Ezra. But I didn't like the Fantastic Beast. I didn't like those movies. And so we move on. And so look, if you don't care about his extracurricular activities, I'm fine with that. this is just my one time, because I haven't talked about this in a long time, because I was done with it, you know, like I was done with it. This is my point of saying, this is how I feel.
Right.
This is how I feel, because I see a lot of people now. Look, if you don't like him and you wanted to keep that way or whatever, and whatever, that's your opinion. But I just think it's funny that, because I said this a while back, and I said, man, that trailer's going to hit, and then people are going to start thinking that this movie looks cool, and then all of a sudden they're going to be like, well, I'll go see it.
Right.
I mean, there's a lot of other people in the movie too, but there were people who were strong line, like, look, I'm not going to go see it. And that's fine too. And if you don't like his acting, you don't like his acting. Nobody's trying to make you like his acting. I'm not saying he's the greatest actor in the world either.
Right. And that's called what Darth is saying, even though I'm not a fan of Darth, but I will give credit where it's due. That's what we call fair criticism. If you don't like someone's acting, that's a fair criticism. But if you don't like someone because you are reading headlines and not actually doing your due diligence to actually research or wait for more information to come out before you base your criticism on the person's character, that's just you being an asshole.
Yeah. No, you're right, Matt. Ezra's made mistakes, and that's what I want to chalk it up to, and leave that behind. And I hope that everybody does that. I mean, like, look, just do that. I got a couple more super chats to read. Angry Canadian says, LOL. The angry comes for Trudeau. That's funny. Okay, let's see. Okay, I think it's this one. Oh, no. Okay, I read that one. Rational Skeptic here with a $2 super chat. Good trailer, but I'm sad this film ends the DCU. We'll see where it goes. Okay, we read Draga's. All right. Larry here with a $2 super chat says, I'm going to Mexico rocking my no cavill, no money shirt.
Bro, I'm dead. Larry, I love you. Larry, you need to take pictures of you when you do that, please.
Larry, you have to, Larry. I'm just saying, for those of you who don't know what he's talking about, oh my gosh, where is it?
Here comes the shill. Good job, Larry. Here comes the shameless shill. By the way, I just want to point out while Enosh is looking for this, I now know why Enosh took 40 minutes to start a stream. He had to look for his Flash hat and hoodie to wear for the show. He couldn't find it.
No, I already had it on. Oh dang! I think I might have deleted the thing. I'd have to look it up.
So guys, make sure you check it out. You yourself can rock in Mexico a no cavill, no money shirt. Yes. You can find it on the Poindexter Lounge merch store. Whenever Enosh finds the freaking thing while I'm stalling here. Okay. Make sure you check it out. The Poindexter Lounge merch store. I'm sure if he can't find the link, you could also Jujule it, and it'll probably pop up if you type
Jujule it.
We're gonna Jujule it. Jujule it.
We're gonna Jujule it. Okay.
Yeah, Jujule it.
Let's see. Where's my store? I gotta find my store. Okay, hold on a second.
You two can rock like Larry in Mexico.
Rock like Larry in Mexico. We got okay, hold on a second. I gotta go down. Gosh, this thing takes forever to load. I gotta love Teespring.
This is the best part of the stream right now. Trying to find
my own T-shirt because it's the newest T-shirt, and so it's like it's at the bottom of the freaking thing, so it keeps asking load more. Like, I'll do it in live time. Hold on a second here. Let me share my screen. See my.
Oh no, Angry Canadian. I like people unless they give me a reason not to. But you're cool. I'm from Boston, and this is just our natural tone. It's our tone is our attitude. So no hard feelings.
Oh yeah, no. I'm not mad at anybody, man. Even we were talking about RJ earlier. Like RJ, I'm not mad at RJ. I mean, I know you're mad at RJ.
I'm always mad at RJ. F RJ.
Sure. I mean, somebody got to.
I hate all of you. You guys always do that to me and RJ, and it's just wrong. One of these days, we're just going to do it. We're going to film it, and we're going to send it to you. Unsolicited.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's...
Just to spite you. You and Matt. Both of you guys do it to us, and we're just going to do it to spite you.
Well, I'll watch half the screen.
Which one? The R and RJ side?
Will it be one of those good ones where at least he's wearing like he's wearing a T-shirt because like everybody knows we're only there to see you, He's wearing a t-shirt and we never see his face.
RJ, I will tell you this. It'll only happen if you get a black Superman onesie suit and bring a friggin' third grader book report poster sign.
Oh, dear God. Eric.
What the? Why? What are you doing here, sir? Sir, what are you doing in this chat?
Who's here?
Looking at your chat.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't even looking at the chat. Drunk 3PO's here in the chat. What's up, Drunk 3PO? Drunk 3PO's. He comes by all the time.
Yeah, but he's here for me this time.
What's that?
He's here for me this time.
He's here for you? Well,
Yeah.
we're all here for you. Let's be honest. We're all just here for you.
Wait, let me show it's a real
That's
drunk.
what
Okay,
we do. We're just here for you. But yeah, here's my Warner Brothers Warner Brothers t-shirt that shows that I hate him,
Did someone tell Saggy to stop flirting with me?
Look, there's even some pants. Look, Saggy, you can get some
Leggings?
get some leggings, yeah. And it's Warner Brothers in the Kingdom of the Lost Trust and Integrity. Is that one?
I'm sorry, I'm just sad because Drunk 3PO is asking me to stop flirting, and I don't think I can do that.
You can't do that? Not even for a couple seconds?
No.
No.
Your little avatar is sexy. I'm trying not to do it.
Dang, I thought I was your only one. Okay, here's the Henry Cavill shirt.
God, it took you forever to get there.
No Cavill equals no me equals no money equals WBD broke. Hashtag Henry Cavill is my Superman. Get it right now. You can get it on hoodies. You can get it on all kinds of fun stuff. There you go. And if that doesn't work, you can get a cup. You can get a mug for it. And then if that doesn't work, then of course you can get this one. This is my favorite because this is me right here. I know it's hard to believe, but there are people who don't like me.
I hate the friggin' font on that shirt. It looks so like ghetto. I'm just gonna say it looks ghetto.
Jeez.
Can you at least do something with the font to make it look less ghetto? It just looks like you took a typewriter and just typed the letters on.
That was kind of the point, Saggy. It was kind of a joke. And if people want to buy one, they want to buy one. That's up to them.
I'm not gonna buy that unless you put better font on it. The junk says all jokes. I see you, Jay. I'm gonna be all up in your DMs tonight. So be ready.
So I gotta hold on. So I gotta change. So what font do you want?
Anything that's not that. I'll even take like the friggin' what the hell is that one called? That. Anything that's not basic.
It really wasn't a basic font.
It is a basic font. Come on.
RJ, you didn't get your t-shirt? Did you ever tell me what t-shirt you wanted? Because that's part of the deal. You got to tell me what t-shirt you want, man. When you join. Did he
win one?
No, he joined at the because if you become a member at the highest tier, you get a t-shirt every month, or you can bank it for 3 months and get a hoodie. That's how the membership works on that. And so he did join, but I don't think you ever told me which one you wanted, bro.
Can I get a hoodie?
If you do it that way, yeah.
Damn it.
That's how you do it. You join the membership at the highest rating, which I think is $29.99 a month. And then you get, if you do that for 3 months, if you bank it for 3 months, you get a hoodie. Or you can get 3 t-shirts.
I got a free hat from Drunk 3PO. So I'm
that's
just
awesome.
saying...
Drunk 3PO's channel is doing a whole lot better than mine. Look, when I get some of that sweet Geeks and Gamers money, all right, then you can have all the free hats you want.
Did you call them Geeks and Gamers?
No.
What did I heard? I
don't know what I said. I was trying to do some kind of accent there, and it really wasn't coming through. But I was having fun with it. Thank you, Angry Canadian. Hit the like button. See, that's probably more than RJ did. RJ, did you hit the like button? I don't even remember.
Hit the dislike button, Angry. Just hit the dislike button, just to humor me.
I have given out so many freebies, it's not even funny.
But I'm a friend. I should get friendbies.
You're a friend? Did you say
I'm a friend.
You're
I'm a friend. Give me a freebie. Listen, Drunk 3PO gave me a hat. I still have that hat. Sometimes I rock it on my puppet.
Cherie, my grandma's not designing our t-shirts. My grandma did Old English, I swear to God, for everything, man. She did that, like, she sponsored our Little League team one year, and she put Old English. So
with Old Spice.
Not with Old Spice. Okay, back to this. Where were we? What were we talking about? Oh,
I don't know. We all got distracted.
I know,
Thanks, Larry. Thanks, Larry, for the distraction. Took an extra 15 minutes to find the freaking shirt.
There you go. Okay, yeah, we got super chats still to go. So he's going to Mexico in that shirt. That's awesome, dude. Yes, you got to show us. You got to give us pictures of you somehow in Mexico, because it's special if it's in Mexico.
Larry corrects me.
Larry also with the $5 super chat says there's so much misinfo going around. Apparently Henry fired his management after he got dropped. Question mark. Sorry, not true. All you have to do is research it. Yeah, that's things like there's a lot of things that are easy to think that happened and then they didn't happen.
Wait,
right?
Larry, are you saying that people should just do research? What? No way! I've never heard anyone say that they should do research on things on the internet, Larry. I think you're onto something, sir.
We're going to talk about these bat suits here in a second when we're done with super chats. Larry also says there was another $5 super chats. Anyone who thinks Cavill, Batfleck, and Fisher will never come back can kiss.
Oh no! Why, Larry? Stop, Larry.
Hey, he gave super chats, man. We're going for it.
Larry.
I will read it in my voice. Okay, come. Sagi.
Oh my God!
How you doing? Hi,
oh
Sagi.
My God! Hello.
Hi, Sagi. It is me.
I know.
Darth Maul.
I know.
Yes, Darth Maul is in control now.
Oh,
you are under the power of the Maul.
Larry, I love you, but hate you right now.
Now come in close, okay? Because I'm going to whisper some sweet nothings in your ear. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet nothing, sweet nothing, sweet nothing, sweet nothing, sweet nothing. Yes. Sagi, you taste beautiful. Yes, you taste wonderful. Okay.
Why are we doing this?
Anyone, and I mean anyone, who thinks that Cavill, Batfleck, and Fisher will never come back can kiss the mole. Mole. Darth Maul 2024.
Larry, why you do this to me, Larry?
Because kiss it. There it is. Thank you.
There. I'm never doing it again.
Darth Draga. Darth Draga. With a $2 Canadian says hashtag I stand with Ezra Miller for Saggy. For you, Saggy.
Mwah.
He did it for you, Saggy.
Yeah,
he did it all for the Saggy.
You know what's funny about hold on? You know what's funny about Drago is that Drago yesterday, when the Super Bowl happened, was like, should I watch that Flash trailer? And I was like, yes. And then Drago's like, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna. And I was like, we're getting a divorce. And then like shortly after he watched the trailer and posted his thoughts, I was like, yeah, see, I threatened them with divorce. They do it.
Yes. Hey, James, I tell you what, you buy my T-shirt first. You got to buy a hoodie because you got to make it worth my while. If I got to sit through that thing, you're gonna have to make it worth my while. And by the way, thank you, Mary. Thank you. Yes, we miss Grandma Betty. We sure do. I wish that. Thank you guys. You're so sweet. That's my grandma who passed 2021. Man, I can't believe it's been that long now. But yeah, thank you for that. I love that woman, and I would gladly take her putting old English on everything, man. If you saw her, let me see if yeah, here is the woman actually wrote out her own obituary, but look at her handwriting. I mean,
Wow.
she had this immaculate handwriting, which is just insane. But yeah, so she was very kind of proper and everything. RJ says, you yelled at me the first hour. I ain't hit no like button. Maybe if there's a cookie involved.
I'll give him a cookie. That's all right. I got that.
Do I make sweatpants? I don't know if they make sweatpants. Actually, you know what? There are some, I think there are some joggers in there on some certain designs. Not every design. But if you want a certain design, let me know. And we can make it happen for sure. You can tell me via social media. But yeah, so look, that's enough of me complaining about the people who complained. I just, it just is what it is for me at this point. You guys got to understand, I have taken so much flack from people that it's just nice to kind of breathe. You know, I don't think I uploaded the Kiss the Mole T-shirt yet, but that is coming though. It is coming, so look for the. Aw. Sarah says I had Grandma Betty once. They're the best. They're the best for sure. But yeah, yes. Don't smash the like button. Stroke it like you want a second date. Yeah, shout out to all the grandmas. Grandmas are awesome. Grandmas are just freaking awesome. But yeah, so the only reason yes that I took up so long to say that, and no, it's not just 2 hours later, Matt. I don't think that's fair because I've talked about the trailer. We've talked about it.
We did talk about it a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, but there are other parts of the trailer that now I can get into. But yeah, it just is. I've taken so much flack over stuff, and it's stuff that just hasn't been important. But can we take a look at this picture? Listen, of all the Keaton stuff that came out in this thing, I thought it was very cool. I actually believed Keaton in what they showed and everything. But this stuff right here, looking at a year one type of Batman with guns. Do you see that? There's guns in them there holsters. What?
Mm-hmm. See, I have a theory. I has the theory. Now we know that Michael Keaton's back as Batman, but wouldn't it be like weird, but kind of makes sense when you see that picture that he might not be playing the Bruce Wayne Batman, but maybe Thomas Wayne?
No. This is definitely
Wayne.
no. He's definitely Bruce Wayne. It's definitely he's definitely Bruce Wayne. But
I want him to be Thomas Wayne because that'd be the most weirdest twist.
Oh, it would. Like, oh, trust me, it would be. It would be. But I think. But yeah, look, you can see. Do you see the bat emblem on this one though? Over here on the far left, that bat emblem. Look at that. It's like the old school. Bat emblem. It's different than the regular Keaton one, and then you got those guns in the holsters. So it's a year one Batman is what it is. It's a year one Batman. And then I love this. Oh my gosh. You got to be kidding me. Listen, and I know that oops. What did I do? Okay.
You're pressing too many buttons.
I accidentally deleted it.
Oh my God!
I just got to don't worry. Hold on a second. Give me 2 seconds.
Enoch's breaking the internet right now.
I know. Okay, hold on a second. I just got to put it back. Because that picture is too cool. I needed to go over it some more. Where is it? Where is the freaking photo? What did I do with it? Oh, don't tell me I deleted. Okay, come on. Let me look in the trash. Yep, I put it in the trash. Okay, that's back. Can you see it now? Is it
Here
back?
it is, yeah.
Okay.
Yes, it's back.
So okay. So because I was trying to go in, because this was the the thing, but there's lots of people who go, the blue and gray would never work on screen. I'm sorry. That's fire. That is so cool. This right here, this blue and gray with the old school bat symbol. Oh my gosh, that looks so cool. And then here is the Batman 89 Batman suit, right? And I love it that the bat symbol on it is dirty. I think that's awesome. And then here's the Batman Returns suit right here. This is obviously the suit from this movie, which was also going to be in the Batgirl movie. This is an underwater suit. You can see here it's got the air tubes that come up. So that's an underwater Batman suit. And then this one, people have been saying this is his nightmare suit, but this is like a desert suit. But it's got the goggles. Now, how can you be a fan of DC or Batman or anything and tell me that you don't appreciate this at all?
I appreciate it, and I don't even know where I've never seen some of the costumes.
Well, these are all new, Saggy. None of us have seen these costumes. Not in live action.
I mean, it's cool that they have the different costumes, like the different outfits, and they're showing it. Like it's actually really cool to see. I think that the costumes are amazing, and yeah, I want to see where the context of showing them.
Yeah, I can't wait. Okay, now Larry here is saying costume guy confirmed that they're grappler holsters. Dude, those don't look like grapplers to
Why do
me.
you need two?
Yeah, why would you need two? And those aren't Enosh. Enosh loves Keaton, so put him in the trash. Thanks a lot, Shuri. Appreciate that.
I love you.
Get it together, Enosh. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. Uh, yes. Well, I'm going to talk about that. I'm probably going to talk about those tomorrow. Okay, I'll come back and I'll talk about those tomorrow. So you'll get some Enosh tomorrow as well for Valentine's Day. All right, sound good? And I'll talk about those trailers and those movies because I got stuff to say about those movies too. But yeah, look, if you're saying that the costume guy said that, hold on, let me go back to the picture. If you're trying to tell me that the costume guy said that this right here are grapplers, first of all, that doesn't look anything like a grappler that he would have. Second of all, it looks like a gun holster to me. And why would you need two? Like Saggy
Right,
said.
that's what I'm saying. Why would you wouldn't need two grappling hooks?
Either way, we already know that this Batman likes guns because he put machine guns on the freaking Batmobile and on the Batwing.
Oh,
So
also another fact that makes it that's those are definitely guns is Batman. As I remember, Batman's grappling hook was always attached to his utility belt, not his. That's literally what they wear for guns. That's a gun. That's a gun carrier, dude. That's
Yeah.
the holsters for guns. There's
yeah,
no way.
for sure. I believe the 89 symbol is burnt. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, that's a really good point actually. Um, but I mean, I just don't understand. Enosh, no bat nipples, no watch for me.
That's Clooney. When we get
That's
if we get a Clooney, that's the nipples. Yeah, Keaton didn't have the nipples.
Yeah, I'm just saying I don't understand how you can be, how you could be a DC fan and look at this, and not think, wow, that's really cool, you know. Here was a picture that I found. They kind of lightened it up, and you see, the main suit for the Flash. Whoops. What did I do?
Here we go, deleting it again.
I didn't delete it. I just went.
Wait,
Okay, there you go.
wait. So, question though.
Yeah.
The biggest question I have about these costumes
Yeah.
is the new suit can he actually turn his freaking head this time, or is
Nope.
he gonna be
Nope. That's
Still
the one
no?
thing. That's
Still
the one thing. Still cannot turn that freaking head, man. So
years they would do a little bit of a more costume design to make it so he can turn his head?
no, Keaton's gonna be the whole movie.
Oh my god, they gave him a neck brace.
Haven't you seen the thing where where Barry, the other Barry takes a bat suit and turns it into a Flash suit, and like his neck looks super thick because that's just how it looks.
I hate it.
Yeah. Hey Enosh, don't tell anyone. Don't let anyone tell you that your fandom doesn't matter. And oh wait, no, hold up.
Your fandom doesn't matter, Drago. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. No, anybody can like anything they want to like. I don't ever care, but I just don't understand how you can look at this and not go, that's cool. You know what I mean? Like, look, even if you're one of the hardcore Snyder bros who like are just like, I won't accept anything but Snyder. How can you look at this and go, oh, that sucks because it's Michael Keaton? Like, I'm sorry, but these fools out here acting like Michael Keaton wasn't a great Batman. Like, nobody cares about Michael Keaton as Batman. It just shows that they just don't know what they're talking about, because people loved Keaton as Batman for a whole generation. Keaton was Batman. Now, look, if they get to this thing. I don't know, Saggy. What do you think? Do you think that Christian Bale would come back?
I mean, I don't see why he wouldn't want to. I think it'd be a missed opportunity for him not to. I honestly could say I would much rather have Clooney come back, just because I feel like Clooney's movies, as much as they're like a guilty pleasure, because Clooney's movie was pretty bad. It was pretty bad, but it's like a guilty pleasure bad, right? I think Clooney of everyone deserves like a kind of redemption. So I think that this would be a great opportunity for Clooney to get a little bit of a redemption to be included in this, But I would like to see actually, like, I wouldn't be opposed to seeing all of them, like all of them make a cameo, because they were all Batman, and it'd be like kind of like the Spider-Man movie, like having Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire come back. I would love to see all the Batmans back on the big screen and cameos, especially Clooney. I think Clooney out of all of them deserves it.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think Clooney could have done well with two things. If he had had a better script, right? Now, I mean, according to Arnold, it was the best script ever. You remember that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, according to Arnold Schwarzenegger, it was like literally the best script ever. It was where is it? Have you ever seen that drop that I have
Which one?
of Arnold talking about the movie?
No.
I think it's this one. Hold on.
It's the most spectacular and well-written script that I've ever worked on. It just has really great writing in it, and so therefore I think people really will get off on all those speeches and this dramatic stuff and Shakespearean stuff.
I shall repay them for sentencing me to a life without the warmth of human comfort. I will blanket the city in endless winter.
It's the greatest script ever written. Sure.
I mean, if you like that kind of stuff.
I guess. I guess. But yeah, I mean, I think Clooney could have done better with some better material. But also, Clooney would have had to have not phoned it in, and he phoned it in. Yes, Larry. In fact, Larry, thank you for sending this. I was just about to pull up an image of what you just said here. Dude's tweet about the one with the holsters, Batman 66 symbol, said it was his idea, as was the grappling guns in the holsters and the Golden Age ears on the cowl. So that is this right here. And thank you to Caden, who sent me the actual tweet. But yeah, here it is. It says Batman 66 variant. The Batman 66 symbol was my idea, as was the grappling guns and holsters and the Golden Age ears on the cowl. Says I was in fanboy heaven. Luckily, I had a great lead designer, Alexander Byrne, who is very receptive to my wacky notions. That was Chris Weston. But I love here, this is Zach Larson guy says, I like how he had to specify grappling gun to save himself from the backlash, possibly. Those are clearly pistols.
They definitely are. There's no way. There's no way. Batman's grappling hook was always on his utility belt, man. I'm telling you. I
forgot to share that one, but yeah, there it is. There it is right there. I love the guys just like, yeah, those are clearly pistols.
Those are definitely pistols. No
but I just don't know if I mean, Christian Bale coming back, it kind of undoes his the way that his thing ended. I mean, at least with Keaton, it was kind of open ended because we just they could just say, look, none of that other stuff happened. Just Keaton kept on, and you can keep Keaton in his own world. Now, I'm going to talk about something to do with Keaton and Christopher Reeve here in just a second. But Fourth 1000 with a $5 super chat, thank you, says, I have to say it, Keaton was an awful Batman, really. It wasn't until Batfleck that I was convinced Batman would never look cool in live action. You didn't think that Batman looked cool in 89 Batman? Dude, it's classic, bro. I mean, I love you, man, but dude, Keaton, that first Batman movie, dude, when he's up on the roof in the beginning of the movie and he holds the guy over the famous, I'm Batman thing, crashing through the window of the art museum and the Batmobile, man, I don't know. But I will say this, it is kind of weird. DC Comics came out just recently, and they have said that Keaton's Batman exists in the same world as Reeves' Superman.
Ooh.
Yeah. And they have officially made that so. I don't understand how that happens. And if that's so, how are they combining that? How are they retconning that with this Flash movie? It's actually not Earth 89. They just combined it, and they're saying it's Earth 789 because it's a new Flash thing where the Flash comes back and they talk about it, about the world. They basically explain Keaton's Batman, and they explain Reeves Superman. And so so they call it Earth 789, and the reasoning behind it is cool because like Larry says here, Earth 789, get it because Superman came out in 78 and Batman came out in 89. So it's like combining the two and you just call it 789. But I don't know how that works with this. Like if there were no superheroes in the trailer kind of made it out to sound like there was no superheroes, no metahumans in Batman's world, in that world, in Keaton's world. Well, but then we see Supergirl, and they're kind of doing the Supergirl. Have you read or watched Flashpoint, Saggy?
I've seen the Flashpoint movie.
Okay, so we're like Superman is being held by the government and everything, and they go save Superman. Well, it's obviously that's what they're doing with Supergirl.
Yeah,
pretty obvious, right? Because they
and I also think that I couldn't really make out on her captive outfit, but it looked like Russian. So I also think they're doing like the the Red Sun thing with her as well, because it looks like she has Russian on her uniform. So they might also be kind of including that as well.
Could be. But yeah, I mean, but they're taking parts of Flashpoint, right? And I get it. Some people are taking because it's Supergirl, not Superman. But that same person actually even complains that, well, Superman has red boots on his and she doesn't. It's a girl outfit, for God's sake. Like, I don't know, but I don't know then how Reeve plays into that unless they say that maybe Christopher Reeve's Superman died. Maybe his Superman died. I don't know. Rational Skeptic here with a $5 super chat says, Enosh, if DCEU Flash ends up in another universe, then who goes back in time to warn Affleck of Darkseid taking over the multiverse? Isn't it a plot hole? I don't know, man. I don't know. The beauty about the multiverse is it's all out there. Now, of course, we know that originally there was some talk that, the end, there was supposed to be this post-credit thing where Ben Affleck's Batman calls out somehow to the Flash saying, come find us, Barry. Right? And that was supposed to be some kind of continuation maybe later on. And I don't know, man. I don't know where we're at anymore. There's been so many rewrites and reshoots now and, and things that honestly, who knows where we're really at right now with all of that. But we'll have to go see this movie. But yeah, so here you see it's the year 1 proto bat suit, the blue and gray bat suit, the 89 bat suit, 1992 returns bat suit, underwater bat suit, desert bat suit, and the main bat suit for the Flash. So that's that. Here's some of the pictures. I like the cowl here. Ben Affleck looks great. What did you think of Ben Affleck?
Oh, it was nice to see Ben in the scene. Yeah, and he looks great. I was happy to see him. I was like, oh, look at Ben. I was like, yeah, there's Ben.
Did you think that? Did you think that Keaton looked a little weird here?
Are you showing something?
Dang it, I hate that they're doing this.
I was wondering what the hell you were talking about.
I hate StreamYard right now that they started this nonsense where like it says that you put something up and then you didn't. I just God, I can't.
That's why I was tripping. I was like, wait, are you showing me something? Or are we just talking about it? Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. No, this picture because first I was showing Ben here. And yeah. Ben, he's in great shape, man.
He looks really good.
He looks in really good shape. But they got this bat cowl here, so are we going to see a world where Batman dies? But did you think that Keaton looked a little weird here?
No, I think he looked great. He looked really great. I was like, no, I think he looks great. I just
there's something about his right eye. His right eye kind of almost looks like
it could be the head tilt because his head is tilted a little bit.
That's true.
And hold on, let me look.
It's all one piece.
Wait, can you zoom in a little bit on his eyes?
Yeah. Hold on a second. It's all one piece.
Right. Because it also could be like the little bit of a tilt, and also I think it could be just the makeup because he's got the makeup underneath the eyes. So it might be just because of the angle that you can see more of one eye. And the other. Yeah, when you look at it close, he does look all messy. He looks like he's got a lazy eye.
Doesn't it? Like that's what I saw. I was like, I'm Batman, but you know, I'm older Batman. So
I'm Batman. I'm like going for the Stallone though.
But I mean, besides that, like if I didn't know, like he doesn't look like a 70-year-old man in that cowl.
No, definitely not.
Yes, well, and then there's the scene, yes, where it looks like that he's become a hermit and he's got like the long hair. You know, Keaton is de-aged. That's very possible. Very possible. I wouldn't doubt it, but he looks good here. I mean, I think he looks fine here. Somebody mentioned it. I mean, there's the back of his head. Yes, this picture right here does not do him any justice. I don't like this picture. It looks like he's like holding in a poop.
He got tatas.
It looks like he's got to get to the bathroom. He's got to get to the bat room.
Look like he got some tatas.
He does look like he has boobs there. But yeah, I mean, look, we know it's a stunt double. I mean, but like a lot of these guys use stunt doubles, right? So like, I'm not really worried about that. And you know, and the stuff that's not a stunt double is CGI. So
don't bully him.
I'm just saying. But I mean, Keaton still looked great. But this picture for some reason just looks weird. He looks like he's got a stick literally up his butt. It looks like something's holding Batman up here.
Holding in a fart.
He does kind of look like Clooney here, doesn't he? He does kind of look like Clooney. Yeah. And then I like this picture though. I'm really excited about the fact that they've got a new Batmobile coming out for the 3 3/4 stuff. I thought this was cool. I know Grace Randolph was complaining about all the scenes of Batman in the daytime. I'm like, whatever, man. Of all the things to complain about, I'm not used to seeing Batman in the daytime. Like, okay. So what? There's that. And then I've seen all kinds of people complain about this suit, and we don't even know really what this suit is all about. You know? But it's bluish and gray.
I like it.
I saw somebody say, this is the worst bat suit ever. Well, you don't really know what the suit is, you know? Like, I'm guessing it has some kind of purpose. But this was a weird angle, I thought, for Batman. But it's kind of cool. He moves his hand, and then Supergirl's there. We'll watch the trailer when we're done here. But this is classic, you know, classic Batman there. So I mean, when you look at it all together, I think that there's some really cool things there. Here's Supergirl, raging. She's taking a super hot, spicy poop.
Ooh, I want to actually get that picture. I can animate that.
Yeah, that's a good one. Here, I loved this. I thought this was cool. I thought this was really cool, actually.
By the way, can we talk about the biggest, most important thing that they did in this movie that no one's talking about except for me, apparently?
What's that?
Ezra doesn't run weird in this movie. They fixed the run. They fixed the run.
You're right. So there's that. Or showed these two. There's that again. Lazy eye Batman. It's not as bad there, but
Ayo, Flash.
He's like, yeah, I'm Batman.
Yeah, I'm Batman.
Here is the toy, the McFarlane toy, and I think I finally figured out, folks, what's wrong with this Flash suit. I've complained about this Flash suit, and I think I finally figured out what it is. This Flash suit needs one thing to make it look great. It needs the ears. It's the ears. He doesn't have the ears that are sticking up. If he had ears that stuck straight up, you know, like that were 3D, that weren't just like along the side. Look, on the Snyder cut one, you know, it looks okay to have them on the side like that, you know, up against the helmet, because the helmet looks different and it looks cool. With this, it just, yeah, he needs the wings, the lightning bolts for the ears. And I think he would look better. But this is what the McFarlane toy looks like. They revealed that today. They revealed that today. So
No, it looks great.
no, I think it looks cool. Landon was like, yeah, I want to get one of those. But that's the first look of that. So we already talked about all that. Look, I just think it's good. We'll watch the trailer and and talk about it. But I just, Saggy, I guess I have a low tolerance right now for just the people coming out and saying the things that they've said and everything. Just enjoy it. Enjoy it for what it is. It does.
Right.
Everything doesn't have to be everything that you ever wanted in something.
An argument.
I know, man, and people talking about this like it's going to be like a horrible film. I saw people already saying it's got horrible writing. How do you even know that?
Right? It hasn't even come out yet. Relax.
How? They're like, oh, it looks awful. We haven't even seen the movie, and I think we just become so spoiled, folks, that we'll just say anything now. If it's something that we don't like, we just got to prove a point. Now, which one should we watch?
The main one.
I gotta remember which one is the main one, because there was the official trailer, and then there was one that had like a little bit more stuff with it. So I watched this one, I know, and there's one more that I watched, but anybody got any eyes on the whoops. There we go. Which one? The Super Bowl spot. I think it's the one in the Super Bowl spot, right? Is that the one that has the extra?
The Super Bowl spot has the extra stuff, yeah, but that's like a couple seconds. Yeah, that one's the small one, yeah.
The top
short
one?
Yeah, the one that's shorter is the extra one. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Speaking of Discord servers, you can follow our Discord. The link is in the description below, and come and join and have some fun. We got all kinds of fun stuff going on over there. Okay, let's watch this, and then I'll give my yellow lightning.
What's happening? You changed the future.
Now that's blue lightning. I thought that was cool. That they show the difference here. This is a cool shot, though.
Yes.
I will say, I hope that they don't try to go too crazy, like trying to change the, change like the Man of Steel narrative. But I will just tell you all this. Okay, great. Oh, I will look for it. I will definitely look for it. But I'll just tell you all this. If for some reason this is different than Man of Steel, right? Remember this, Bell, and this is what I would tell you. This is not Man of Steel. Man of Steel happened. It's a different universe. In this universe, when Zod comes, I know it's hard sometimes to distinguish when there's different universes, right? But the thing is that in this universe, when Zod comes, Superman is not there, and Supergirl is the hero of that Earth. This is a common thing in DC Comics, Saggy. It's a common thing in comics with multiverse, that like anything is possible, right? So, I could see that. I could see being frustrated with the fact that like it looks like he's like in a remote place, so maybe they're trying to make a thing of we're not going to have him in the city, because Superman should take him away from the city. And I disagree with that idea that Zod would have left the city of Metropolis, because that was the whole point, was they were terraforming there. But that's the thing, is if you read comics, and Saggy, people give me a hard time. I've literally had people yell at me about the fact that I know the comics and I read comics and I know what happens in comics, and they're like, well, it doesn't matter what happens in comics. It kind of does. And here's why. Because the comics are the reason why these characters exist. Everything doesn't have to be a beat for beat, recreation of that. But when we're dealing with the bigger ideas of like multiverse, it does matter. And you do need to kind of know what's happened, right? You do have to know what's going on. And so with this is a multiverse. So in this world, Supergirl is there. And there are plenty of worlds in the comics where Supergirl is there, but Superman's not there. Because remember, it's infinite Earths. It's every possible scenario you can imagine. There's a world where squirrels are the superheroes, and all the people are humans, but the squirrels are the superheroes. So you got Bat Squirrel and Super Squirrel and and the Flash Squirrel, whatever. There's infinite possibilities. Whatever stupid, crazy thing that you could possibly think of, it exists. And that's the beauty of multiverse. And I know that there's some people who hate multiverse, and they'll say, you can't do that. Well, yeah, you can, because it's multiverse, right? Exactly, Angry Canadian. Anti-fans would go nuts if they introduced 80s What If DC Universe. And that's the thing. There were lots of great stories that were told that way, and that's what this is. This is a run through the multiverse. Come on, Spherical Man. Source material does matter. Sometimes. Not always, but sometimes.
You changed the future.
This is cool. Obviously, there's been rumored that he has to go back and that Barry doesn't have powers, doesn't have meta powers, so they try to recreate him getting his powers. And that's how this Barry gets his powers.
You changed the past.
This almost has like a Back to the Future quality to it.
All I know is, why did they make Ezra look like friggin' Clark Kent? I saw this and I was like, why did they have to make it so dramatically different where now Ezra looks like Clark Kent? And also, I want to say this. I know people have been talking about the color thing, and if you learned anything from Power Rangers, colors matter, people. So I'm telling you, I wouldn't be surprised if they're going to be setting up for a Reverse Flash.
I would love it.
Because I was watching the Film Junkie tonight, and he brought up a lot of points that there's a lot of yellow in this movie, a lot of yellow and red guys.
Oh, look at the other Barry there. He's wearing yellow.
That's what I'm saying. And then even when you see the shots, there's a lot of yellow tones. And I'm curious because like I said, it's not a coincidence that they pick out specific colors, guys, to kind of, because like I said, you have Barry on the left who has a shade of red on the thing. So I mean, it makes sense that this might be getting, this other Flash to be a Reverse Flash. And don't forget the Dark Flash link on this.
Yeah, because Dark Flash is in there. Okay, Spherical Man, thank you for clearing that up. I appreciate it. You know what, guys? If you say something that I don't see, maybe the context or whatever, just understand. Sometimes I just address stuff because there are people who do come at me with that stuff, right? That they come at me and they act like the things that I say don't matter. Like when I'm talking about continuity or comic books and those things, because it's movies, it doesn't matter. Well, it does kind of matter when that's what these characters are, and that's who these characters have been. Here with a $2 super chat, thank you, says this movie will break the box office word of mouth. I think so too, as long as it's as good as it looks, man. I don't see
the test screenings said that the test screenings were very well received, guys. Don't forget, there was a test screening, there's a couple of them, and all of the people from test screening were like, it's good. It's good. You guys are gonna love it. And I'm like, all right.
Yeah. So okay, we got a member chat. So I gotta go over here to do this for the member chat.
I believe in you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And then see, I shared it, but it didn't share, so then I gotta go over here and share it. So here we got Anthony Beltre here, who's been a member for 17 months. Dude, you're awesome. Says Reverse Flash better kill Barry's mom in the movie. Well, I think he does. And I think that what we're gonna see is, I actually kind of agree with Saggy. I think that we could see that whatever this Flash that he creates his own worst enemy, and that by doing all this, that's always isn't that always the thing? Like, wasn't that the thing before? Like, Barry always ends up with the fact that his mom's got to die. In the TV show, he has to go back and make sure that his mom dies. Even after he fixed everything. Thought he fixed everything and saved his mom. Because it always messes something up. And so he had to go back and stop himself from allowing... he has to stop himself from stopping Reverse Flash. And so I think that it's very possible, Saggy, that you're onto something there. Look, Fourth 1000, I get that Barry 2 probably shouldn't be Reverse Flash, but who's to say that character doesn't go on to maybe take on the moniker of Eobard Thawne, right?
I mean, it's like I said, this is just all speculation.
Yeah, it's all speculation.
Clue. And like people are saying that second Barry could be Dark Flash, and that could be true. But it's like I said, it's weird because again, in Angry Canadian, I'm gonna call you out. You say that's not the only time you see yellow. Play the rest of the trailer. There's a lot of yellow undertones in this trailer.
Okay, so let me put the trailer back in again. All right. So and then let's see. Go back to it. Here we go. First of all, cool to see. It's just cool to see Affleck's Batman back in, business.
Right. Oh, we already passed the part with the kid. This scene in the beginning where the kid. Go back to the kids.
Is that in this one? Or is it in the other one?
I don't even know. No,
it's
in this one.
We'll watch the other one.
You changed the past.
That's cool.
See,
running.
normal run.
Yep. I think that's pretty cool. And then here, look, long-haired.
What did you do?
What did you do?
What did you do?
Look at that. That's Flash butt right there.
Yo, the cheeks, the cake, man, the cake.
I will say this. This costume looks really rubbery.
Yeah, it does.
It looks like here, this CGI doesn't look the best, so it kind of looks like one of them bendy figures. Doesn't it?
Booty. Listen, I did a poll on my channel when I was reacting to it. It's like, do y'all think that they CGI'd Ezra's butt? And like a lot of people said yes. It's like they CGI'd Ezra's booty.
Oh,
look at that.
Look at that tight cake. Todd Fair with the $20 super chat. Thank you, Todd. Thank you so much, buddy. It's good to see you. Says, hi, Enosh. Do you think James Gunn cares more about the success of Guardians 3 than his new Superman movie? LOL. Actually, no. I think that he cares about him equally. I think that what? What do you think?
When the Guardians of the Galaxy trailer also dropped, James Gunn tweeted it, and then somebody was in the comment section and tweeted in the replies in the comments, and they're like, "Oh, James, you need to keep Andy as a director." And then James Gunn's response was just like, "Okay." And I didn't think of it until afterwards. It's like, oh, because they're talking about the Flash on his Guardians of the Galaxy post.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I didn't realize it till afterwards. I was like, oh, that's why his response was just like, okay.
But I think that he I think that he wants them both to succeed. I think, I don't and I know that you're kind of joking, you put LOL there. I do. I think that he wants them both to succeed. And he should. He's working on both of them, so.
Want some help?
Want some help?
You are. You're.
Yeah. I'm Batman.
Oh, I'm sorry. There's something about that Batmobile. I know that it's long and it's like
hard and
not really maneuverable, and it's kind of just stuck in its ways, and it can only do so much. But there's something.
We're still talking about the
car.
Batmobile, right? Okay. I was making sure we're still on the car.
Hey, I will say this, Saggy. Have you seen the white version of this?
What?
The white Batmobile?
There's a white Batmobile, or are you just making a sexual?
No. I'm not making. No. I mean, it kind of, it kind of sounds like it, but hold on a second. White Keaton Batmobile. Let me see if I can find it here, real quick.
Why is somebody saying
somebody
no
made,
70?
Oh, here it is. I'll tell you what. This car looks great black, right? But check out this car that this guy made. Let me see if I can make it big here. Come on. Oh, there we go. Okay. So check this out, Saggy. You guys, if you guys haven't seen this, I mean, this Batmobile looks amazing, you know, as a black car. But look at, why can't it just bring it up when I do it? Look at that. That's pretty. That's pretty hot.
Sexy.
That's
That
pretty
is
sexy.
It looks good white. That's weird. But
I know. I saw this the other day and I went, "Oh, that's pretty nice." I mean, that's a nice looking car right there.
Okay, we whitewashing cars now. Apparently, it looks good.
Yeah, we'll whitewash these cars. Yes. It just looks good, man. Right? You guys tell me in the chat, am I not losing my mind here? Like, this car looks really good white. I was so shocked. I came across this and I was like, dang, man. Excuse me. It just kind of, the black parts of the car are just really highlighted really nicely, I think, because of navy blue would be an interesting color for it, for sure.
Purple.
I wouldn't
I think
do
it would look
Jared.
good in any color.
I wouldn't do
look
it,
good in
Jared.
red.
What do you think? Do you think so, Saggy? You think
What?
you should?
Yeah. Yes, I think you should.
Okay.
I'm curious for science.
For science.
For science.
Oh my gosh. Okay, let's go back to the trailer here. But yeah, no, I had to show that to you guys because it was really cool. But you know, obviously this is the classic, right? I mean, this is the. Okay, we'll go back and watch the trailer. So. Okay, so that was
5 hours later.
Yeah, I know that was the short one. We don't want the short one. We want the long one.
Well, we all know if Jar Jar isn't seen for a while, we know what happened.
Mm-hmm. Whoops.
Go anywhere. Another timeline.
Here it is.
Another universe. So why do you want to stay and fight?
That was cool.
Those boots, though.
Yeah, well, what you're talking about is running and everything, right? So, like...
So why do you want to stay?
It's just cool. Because that's what the Flash does, man. And notice
Flash
here, he has yellow energy. Right?
Also, he runs normal.
Yeah, so there's parts of this movie where he has the blue energy. It looks like when he first gets the Speed Force. But there's
Fight to save this one.
Because this is the world where my mom lives. I'm not
There
gonna
to
lose
see
her again.
yellow there.
Yep.
Blue. Random blue.
Time has a pattern that it can't help
That's
living.
a cool scene.
That is a cool scene.
I'm gonna be honest with you, that's a cool scene. Well, see, it looks like he's got the see, I don't understand. Then why doesn't the action figure have these?
Because I don't think it's the same Barry. We clearly are getting different like suits for Flash.
Oh, Laser Luke, I absolutely believe the Grant Gustin. Anthony,
Dude, they have to get Grant because Ezra did the cameo on the TV show. That would be a missed opportunity.
And look, Ezra told me flat out that it was his idea to do that.
What?
Ezra told me last year that the scene with him on the Flash TV show was his idea.
Are you allowed to say that?
Yeah, I'm allowed to say that. It was just in passing because like people don't realize like there were things about he was writing his own Flash movie, because he wanted to write the Flash, and so he had mentioned, what's up, William? He mentioned to me that the idea about being on the Flash TV show was his idea because they wanted to combine them, because he wanted to bring both Flashes together. And I think, dude, I'm there for it, man. I am so there for it. But okay.
Different people, different worlds.
I like this idea. The people
Drawn
are
to
still
each other like
drawn together.
magnets.
and yellow.
It's my face. You stole my face.
See, now what if in the future, like this Barry still is upset over this because there's another Barry out there, and that turns him to, I don't know.
If you were to go into the past, you have no idea what the consequences
There
could
it
be.
is.
Bruce.
That's cool. Still don't understand completely how that works.
Well, it's an interdimensional ring that his costume is kept into.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, it's from the comics. It's actually
Made by LexCorp.
Yeah, still cool.
I could fix things. You could also destroy.
He looks great here, again. I mean,
Did they make him look older though? A little older.
maybe.
looks like he's
I don't-
51-year-old.
Yeah,
So-
no, but he looks pretty. I mean, I don't think he looks pretty old. I don't think he looks very old.
Maybe it's the lighting because it makes his hair look a little gray.
I could fix things. You could also destroy everything.
This can't be happening. I completely broke the universe. God,
We've been waiting for you.
I created a world with no metahumans.
That part right me more than the Keaton stuff because that that's great. But this was Zod. Zod is my favorite DCEU villain, and the way Michael Shannon played him was epic. And to be able to see him back, not only this, but people are saying Flashpoint, or I call it Trash Point, but that's another stream. But there's another half of this story that they're telling that it's actually based in just after post-crisis Superman. If you remember the when he killed the Kryptonians post-crisis, this storyline is pretty much directly adapted from that, from when the Pocket Universe and that Supergirl that came through because of that. So that other half of the story is actually being told from something that happened over 35 years ago.
By the way,
591, Superman #8.
by the way, real quick, angry Canadian actors are actors, not directors. Ben Affleck started his career directing.
I mean, Ben Affleck is an Academy Award-winning actor, has he won an Academy Award for
He's
acting?
won two. He won one for best screenplay for Good Will Hunting, and he won for best actor or best director, best movie.
I know.
Yep.
I know.
That's why he likes to go behind. That's why he's happy to go back behind the screen,
Yeah.
behind the camera. I mean,
And Integrity, I know that you're joking around here, but supposedly Ezra has over 11 minutes of screen time in this upcoming Batman film. I think you're going to be probably surprised because from everything that I've heard, yes, the Batman stuff is there, but it's not as prevalent as people are making it. That it's just a Batman film, you know. Now look at this suit. Is this Supergirl suit?
yes, it is.
Is it?
Yes, it is. You can see this S symbol right there.
No one else but her.
No, I see the Supergirl. No, I know that, but
You can see her symbol,
okay,
and it's the
here's why I'm at. Well, because I'm not sure that that's her symbol.
That's her
I'm not
symbol.
saying it isn't. I'm just speculating here. I'm just having some fun with this. But
Okay, if you look at the top-
William,
Go ahead.
did you see the thing that they combined Superman 89 and Batman 89 and Superman 78?
I saw the books. Yeah.
Well, they combined them. They said
Yeah.
that they exist in the same universe. So I'm just wondering if Supergirl somehow came later and they ended up capturing her, but Superman existed in this world and maybe he died. Because this costume, I'm just looking at the gauntlets, you know, and stuff. It just, I don't know. To me, it looks a little,
That
a
super
little more like right here, like these gauntlets. I don't know that I see those in her
No,
outfit.
I see the cape and everything. Well, what happens though is, like I said, Superman, I think, doesn't even exist, and somehow because remember, she was sent first, depending on who they're using too. You know what canon they're using. You see what I mean?
But I'm just wondering if they're going to try to actually bring it into the comic book canon, because the comic book canon now says that Superman 78 and Batman 89 exist in World 789.
Yeah, they did that way late though. I don't know if that was. I don't know. Yeah, it's
So-
possible. It's possible, but I did not. When they did that combination, I think that happened like. I mean, I'm not because I remember getting those Batman 89 and those comics actually have them sitting right next to each other, and so they did that fairly recently. I think this concept was. Remember, this movie's been taking forever to get made, so whatever.
That's true too. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Well, here we go. So here we have, obviously, this is a nod to. Oh boy. This is a nod to Flashpoint, with Superman, you know.
And now there's no one to defend us.
Want some help?
You are?
Yeah. I'm Batman.
Again, he does in the suit. Just looking at him, he doesn't look like a 70-year-old man.
No, they de-aged him. I watched because we were watching the Super Bowl at the store. I was watching it with people that were in their 20s and were looking at me, you know, because someone else was with me that was my age, and they got all crazy, and then they're looking at us like, you know, like we're aliens because they didn't know who that was. They know who the Ben Affleck one was. Like when Ben Affleck was talking,
they didn't know who Keaton was?
Nah, I mean they're in their 20s, man. It's just that was my concern. Here's the thing, and this trailer really helped my concerns because remember I was saying, I mean, we're gonna have a 73-year-old Batman that hasn't been on the screen relevantly in over 30 years. Yeah. Please tell me that that's not going to be your linchpin of your movie. Now that I've seen the trailer and I see what the basic plot is, I think this movie is going to be amazing. And then the cool thing about this movie is this is going to be the standard going forward for Gunn. He can't peel back from this. If you put this out and it does well, this, more than anything else he's doing, will dictate the standard. It might even change some of the things he's thinking about, depending on, you know, because you have a potential $1 billion movie here. Potential. I'm not saying it's going to make it.
Yeah. No,
potential.
if it's, yeah, I mean, you got the key ingredients are there. If the pie gets baked correctly,
yeah,
then I think we're good. Fourth 1000 here with $10 super chat says, I would give this movie credit if in opposition to Superman and Man of Steel, Supergirl agrees to Zod's plan to take over the Earth. Why wouldn't she? Held in a government lab her whole life.
Because she knows what Zod is.
Yeah, I think she. Yeah, I think that's the answer to that. Fourth, that she, you know, she'll know, and that it won't just be a thing of like her morally making a decision, but basically making a decision knowing who's on.
Know he is done.
Yeah, who's on. By the way, thank you all. There's 86 people still here. Please hit that like button if you would. Appreciate it. All right, so he's Batman. Yes, he's still Batman. He's got a lazy eye, but he's Batman.
It
Adrian, he's over there. Hey, Alfred, cut me.
Yo, Westbrook,
this gotta do. Just you know, Adrian. This is cool.
That track, though.
Oh wait. There's collateral damage in the city. Uh-oh.
Got a superhero.
Batfleck is doing it too.
Batfleck is doing it. And did you hear Grace Randolph complaining about Batman during the daytime? That's all Batman during the daytime. Like, all right, it's Batman in the daytime. It looks weird. It's because he's in somebody else's story. Now, what is that? First of all, that's a horrible. Again, that's like rubber berry. Yeah. This is like, looks like somebody took a berry action figure.
That's literally what it is. It's a pre-production just to get you. This is it. The next trailer, the last trailer is going to have everything done. But yeah, there's one closer shot where he looks like he's wearing. It looks like something off your shelf. That's what.
We already looked at the one that showed his butt, man. Yeah, but yeah. This looks like somebody took a Flash action figure and just put it in the foreground.
It's the same action figure that they just posted.
I'm gonna be making this movie. I can make this movie. I'm gonna take my Barry action figure and be like, I'm standing here and stuff.
Look at the trash can. Is that a trash can?
So wait, when are we getting the Enosh Flash track?
Ooh.
The song, yeah. We gotta make a song about the Flash.
I could do that. I can make a song about the Flash. That'd be fun. Simon section with the 499 super chat says, since Keaton is 70 plus, do you think with all those customs we might see a Batman Beyond prototype or reference to it?
God, I would hope so. Please.
Oh man, it'd be nice, but I don't know that they're gonna go there. I mean, if they already talked about canceling a possible movie. You know, I mean, I guess anything is possible, Simon. I don't know that it's probable at this point if they already canceled one. But if they see that there's money to be made with Keaton, again, money says everything.
Of course. course
Right.
they see money with Keaton. That's why they put him in this movie.
The recant. Wait, you're waiting for the recant video from Poindexter? Like, I don't know what would have to happen for me to recant everything that I said. I don't know.
I'm gonna say this. Listen, I mean, I know that this might be a hot take, but let's be honest. Let's all be honest here. I feel like if it wasn't for Keaton's inclusion, I don't think the movie would have done well. I'm not gonna lie. I think with the cameos, it wouldn't have done well without Ben. It wouldn't have done that well without Keaton. I think that was a smart move, and I think that they knew that, which is why they asked Keaton, and he said yes, because there is money to be made by having those nostalgic cameos in this movie. So yeah, there is money to be made. You know that they need to find a place for Keaton in the future for the DCU. That's what the issue is where do they place Keaton, and that's what I've always said. Batman Beyond would be perfect for him because he's at that age where he doesn't have to be in the bat suit and have the extras. He could just play a really good Bruce.
My question is a Batman that hasn't, and I'm not knocking Keaton. I paid the money as a 14-year-old to see him. But like I said, is a Batman that hasn't been on screen for 30 years. And you've had Batman in between them. So you have literally 2 generations of Batman. Is that going to be what pushes something over the line? I think the movie.
Dude, I think you're undercutting what Michael Keaton has a potential of doing, because I think most people, I get it. Yeah, there's some young 20-year-olds and maybe don't know anything about it.
What's the median audience? What's your median audience, though?
I don't think that it's necessarily them young kids with this movie.
No, but so like I said, literally, if you were born,
dude, everybody I know, literally everybody I know from everybody that I know in their late 20s to my age and above are excited about Michael Keaton
enough to push this beyond what a normal.
Yes,
that one I doubt. I mean, I could be 100% wrong. But
I'm just telling you. Everybody that I know who has seen this trailer, we talked about earlier. Everybody knew that Michael Keaton was going to be in it, but they hadn't seen Michael Keaton yet. To see Michael Keaton in this, they have been. I've just seen nothing. My Facebook feed has just been filled with people who are super excited.
Wait.
My DMs are filled with people who didn't recognize him. But what's the dollar amount that you think this could pull in, just as is, from what you saw in this trailer? If you had to guess.
Oh, it's 800 million more. I think the possibility is there.
Well,
if the story is as good as we think it is, and it actually ends on a satisfying level, and it actually maybe has some pieces that actually bring in people who have been griping and complaining and saying I'm not going to go see the Flash movie, blah 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 blah, then it has that potential.
So my thing is,
J Money, I'm right there with you. I think it should do at least 800 million.
Well, do you think that it's possible, because Gunn already confirmed that Clooney is not going to be a thing, at least for the future. We don't know about cameo, but do you think that maybe this is setting up for Keaton to do the Brave and the Bold? Or do you think they're going to cast a younger Batman?
He's pretty much put out that he's going to, as far as what I've seen, that he's going to cast, because he needs mileage from whoever he cast.
Right.
So it's going to be. But here's the thing, though, and he's been ambiguous enough, speaking in the riddles, that he's leaving things open. Things aren't as rigid. I mean, he can pretty much go where this movie takes him, and Aquaman after that, because Aquaman would be the testing ground after this, because Aquaman is going to be the very next movie after whatever happens in Flash. So even though he's announced his slate, he's left himself a lot of room for if this movie goes bonkers, and let's say it does $1 billion. Money is going to dictate the direction more so than any particular one person does.
Yeah, but I'm with J Money. He already said that he's going to have a new Batman that's not going to be Clooney, and it's not Christian Bale.
Why would it be Clooney? I heard that come around. Why would it be Clooney?
Well, that was what some scoopers were saying, that they were hearing, that it was going to be this older Batman, and then it was going to be a Batman that we had already seen before, and that only leaves 2 Batmen. Because Keaton's already in it. Val Kilmer is out of the question because of health reasons, and so that left Clooney and Christian Bale. And people were saying, well, Christian Bale's not going to do it, that they're not bringing him back because his story was done. They're going to try to revamp Clooney kind of redeem Clooney's Batman, kind of in everybody's eyes. But
the Keaton factor kind of hurts that, because all those Batman, they're still playing the same guy.
Well, kind of. They've alluded to the fact that it's different. because those worlds look completely different. Between Batman Returns and Batman Forever, the world looks different. It's a different car. It's a different world, kind of that's been built. There's a different Harvey Dent. There's there's like all these things, and so yeah, I know that during the time it was just a recasting, right? But in the last couple years, they've very heavily alluded to the fact that it is that those are different worlds. So that's all I'm saying. Okay, let's get through this real quick. So
If I can't undo what I did,
that's a cool scene. Although I still say he looks weird standing up there. I got bat boobs, and I got to poop. I got to poop.
if I can't get back,
That right there is sweet. Blue energy, yellow energy.
Oh, the
So I think the other Flash, the one in the yellow, I think that's the blue one, and I think that's why it's like that's why I'm like on the fence because like, is it possible that the yellow is symbolizing Reverse Flash? Sure, but we also already know Dark Flash is going to be in it, and that is a dark suit and it's blue lightning. So I mean, it's possible that everyone's right that could be at some point he's going to turn into Dark Flash. I wouldn't put, but I also think that I don't know what I think anymore.
well, it's going to be. The reason why I believe
I
that
just
is,
lost it.
well, because remember Barry's trying to fix things that might screw up some other Flash's life. He may not,
Right.
Dark Flash may not want, these things.
Yeah.
Fixed. So it's like, no, this is a very intriguing. I mean, this is the best trailer of the whole Super Bowl. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we got to do this because I gotta.
there might not be a future.
Yep. That was kind of cool. The punch.
She's hitting her. Is that her fighting?
Falcon punch. Sorry.
Okay, so here's something interesting. If you slow this down, so here is our Barry, right, coming down here. But then you got
Daredevil.
well, you got Batsuit Barry back here.
It's Daredevil.
Here in the background. So that's kind of what is that? Is that the Batwing?
That's the bat. Yeah, that's the Batwing.
That face.
That's the O face.
Like Dr. Manhattan when he first became Dr.
Right. Really
Punch.
CGI.
Punch him.
Trying to see if I missed it,
It's out of sequence too, so it's really tough.
Yeah, right. So people are complaining about this bat suit. I don't know why. It's a
cool.
tactical suit. It
Yeah.
looks fun. Okay. Did you see that? So that looked like Dark
Zod.
Flash right there.
Oh, could be.
No,
Jump
the
in.
Dark Flash is the one that's kicking. That's not Dark Flash.
Well, you
Dark
probably-
Flash. If you remember the toy leak, right? Dark Flash, and then they say
Yeah, but look at the costume though. Okay. So there's Batfleck. That's fine. Oh, I guess.
Oh, why is he kicking Flash? Oh, okay, interesting.
Yeah, so there's Flash, but okay, so check this out though. There's red in this costume.
Yeah, but it's blue lightning, and you can see the yellow on the boots a little bit.
But
so
remember,
that
we just saw the Flash in Tornado, and behind him
Oh,
was the
it's
second
different.
Barry in the red outfit.
Oh,
What
that
if
is a different
something
one.
happens and now all of a sudden, because look, you can tell
Wait.
that is him. Look, you can see the cut off bat ears.
Oh, why is he kicking
And the
out the
red
Flash though?
and the red is turning black.
He could become his own villain in his own movie.
Oh, see,
Well,
this
he's
is what I
also
thought.
attacking Barry. He's also attacking the other Flash.
That is what I thought from the beginning was that the second Barry was going to become the Dark Flash and end up becoming
Yeah, our Flash, the
The
Flash
villain.
could become. I mean, it's wide open.
Interesting.
But look, that's a scene right there. Like you can see the cut off ears right at the top. I mean, it's right there. The cut off ears are right there. So that is definitely the second Barry, and his suit is turning black, and he's coming in with the blue power.
And he's attacking the red Flash.
At some point in time, he's going to realize that what he's trying, like I said, what he's trying to fix could literally undo him. if he goes back far enough, and that's why. Remember, the reverse, all that stuff, all those storylines start because they were trying to stop Barry.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait, give me a second. I need to look something up real quick. Hold on. Because that's interesting.
Dude, that
might have just gave away some stuff.
Angry Canadian, you do realize that Batfleck is in this movie. That is Batfleck.
Is he talking about the bike? That's him on the bike, and that's him.
Yeah, that's him on the bike. That's definitely him on the bike, and that's definitely him that we just showed that was, you know, using his grappling hook. So
Yep.
I mean, we know we already showed it. Ben Affleck's in this movie. That was Batfleck, bro.
I think it'll do more than 650 fourth.
No, yeah, I think you guys are right. I think because I'm looking at the Dark Flash suit that leaked, and
The toy.
yeah, it looks like there's a lot of red and black in there.
Well,
So-
and the face, and I think that they're hiding the fact that there's those cut off ears by the way that they did the how the face is covered, and all the stuff kind of goes back up. If you look at the toy,
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. There's a lot of black and red, so maybe I think you guys are right. I think the second Flash does turn into Dark Flash.
And they did put that out. I heard a lot of that going around from a lot of different people, but it makes sense. I mean, that's
dude, it literally is him. I don't know what to tell you. Like, they're both in this movie. That's already known.
so we have a drunk Canadian, now we got an angry Canadian too.
Angry Canadian, dude.
Why are you angry?
We already showed him in the trailer. Didn't you see him in the trailer? I mean, how far back do we have to go? Hold on. Where is he? Here's
Also, I'm laughing at the fact that I always thought there were 3 berries, but it was just a Supergirl who looked like a berry.
There may be more berries than we know.
there.
too.
I mean, there's literally Ben Affleck right there, dude. He's in the movie and he is Batman. Like, he literally has done interviews talking about how this was the most fun that he had coming back and playing Batman.
that scene right there, where
mean-
you see the face, the Zod's face coming through the TV thing, like you did in Man of Steel.
Yeah.
That really gave me chills, man. I mean, one of the
Yeah.
best things about that movie. Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, no, I mean, this is Affleck, dude. Okay, so who is where is that scene again?
If I can't get back,
Okay, so there's that. Notice that you got the lightning bolt over here, right?
So they're not working together. They're working.
No, I really, dude. This is Ben
That's it.
Affleck's Batman.
Somebody tried to tell me that was Bale.
What is going on here?
I've heard people say, well, she's carrying. This is Supergirl carrying one of the berries. I'm assuming to, like, at some point they lose their power, and this is Supergirl bringing them up to get struck by lightning to rejuvenate their powers. That's what some people are speculating.
Which makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what this could change? Okay, so say this movie comes out.
Okay, but if you watch the trailer, Angry Canadian, how are you saying that that's not Ben Affleck? That's oh, you can see it. Okay, yeah, dude, we just know. I mean, like, he's literally done interviews and we knew that he was that's why I was like, I don't understand what there is to
if I can't undo what I
see
did,
here in just a second.
if I can't get back, there might not be a future.
Nobody see Iris?
So
He
there's-
sided with Zod.
Did no one see? No one has been talking about that too. That was literally a scene with Iris, and no one says anything about that either.
I think
Yeah.
he's siding with Zod. I think he ultimately sides with Zod.
What's the plan?
Hold on a second. Oh wait, hold on. Where is it? Yes, I mean, and that's
Look at the cowl. That's clearly his cowl.
yeah. I mean, that's his cowl. That's his grappling gun right there. Yeah, man. That's his belt. You know, and that's his bat symbol. You can see the bat symbol right there. But yeah, it's definitely. But that right there, that scene right there of him jumping in there, like attacking him, that's definitely the other Barry. So
Yeah. So at some point, he sides with Zod at some point.
What's the play? Batman, what do we do?
We try not to die.
now she just killed a bunch of these guys. You realize that, right?
Murder.
You know what
I mean,
this
she
movie
just-
looks like?
She just whipped this guy around and threw him into an explosion behind her.
It's okay. He's Russian. Nobody cares.
And she's just going in the footsteps of Keaton, just killing everybody.
I wonder if this is a version, since it looks like they're in some type of Russian country. Remember Superman Red Sun?
That's what I said earlier. You can
That's
see,
what she said. Yeah.
yeah, you could actually see it looks like Russian on her outfit, and yeah, because it's snowy, it more than likely is Russia.
Siberia or something like that. So I wonder if this movie does well enough to how much, if any, will it affect who he uses for Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow.
Listen, if Michael Keaton doesn't ask Supergirl if she bleeds, I'm gonna be pissed.
There could be more Batman than just these two. I mean, but
Yeah, this is just a trailer, so
you know, I mean, it's just the trailer. And look, honestly, I wouldn't have a problem with them showing other Batman. But you know, this. But look, she throws this dude. Boom! That dude exploded. Like that dude just exploded. Like nobody's yelling about Supergirl killing people.
kill them all.
Oh, check that
Oh,
out.
that dude's face is broken.
Yeah, that dude. Well, more than that guy's face is broken because in real life, if you go up in the air that high and that far,
He might survive.
and you took a punch from Supergirl.
He's wearing armor. He might survive.
It's not Clark.
My name is Kara.
Okay, so what did her outfit say?
It's not Clark.
I zoomed in. It's hard to see, but it looks like it's Russian.
Oh, it does look like it's Russian.
Yeah.
Oh wait, hold on. What does that say? Kamasi?
Sour Siberian something. Probably Siberian.
It doesn't say Cadmus. I was trying to see if it said Cadmus, but it doesn't say Cadmus. So
I thought it said Cadmus at first too, but I mean, I don't know.
it's that long table, guys. It's the long table where they had dinner. That's awesome. In Batman '89.
My name is Kara.
I'm We're Barry.
That's kind of an interesting nod.
What?
Do you think that that's a nod, Saggy?
Where go back? I was looking up something.
Where he
real
says
quick.
"We're Barry."
I'm We're Barry.
We're Barry.
Barry, what are you doing? Our kids are gonna want to see this.
Everyone asked about that line. Our kids want to see this. My theory is that the other Flash has a crush on Supergirl and is like making jokes about having kids with her or something.
Well, yeah. And one thing I will say though is that out of the
You got it, Sarah. Thank you.
If you look at the Flash as far as the rest of the Trinity goes, outside of Wonder Woman, Superman, and Batman, you know, it's kind of a drop off to where they put these other brand names in here to support that, because this was done years ago before we had different management, different ownership, all that. So they may have not had enough faith in Flash as a character. It had nothing to do with Ezra. It's just Flash as a draw, because outside of the Trinity, you know, Aquaman, you got lucky because you casted a MILF magnet that brought them out and brought their money with them. But outside of that, yeah, it's like Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman is their trusted brand. So that's why you have all these Batman. You have the red S. It's not the red S that we're used to, but that's the most recognizable symbol in comics.
Yeah.
So it's a good movie. Like I said, I'm looking forward to it. And like I said, this could, you know, I'm pretty sure James Gunn is being at this. If this does well, and then Aquaman off the heels of this does well, it has to alter some you know, or shape what he's doing to some point, not completely, but to some point.
Yeah. No, look, I think it's awesome. I don't understand anybody acting like it's not a great trailer, or acting like it. I've seen people just, this looks cringy. It looks crappy. It looks, you know, it looks like, you know, whatever. It's like, no, it just doesn't. It looks really good, and You know. Now the question is, and we end the night with this: is this possibly the most important DC movie ever?
Yes. Oh, William disagreed. I saw the face. I saw the face. Well, see, here's the thing. This is why I think it is. Because again, this movie was always meant to set up. It's a flashpoint movie. It was always meant to change things.
That goes back to
with
the Snyder days too. So.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. This whole movie was set up to change and reboot the DCU. So that's what you're going to get. So it's important because I feel like this movie is going to tell you exactly which direction that the stories are going to go, but also more importantly for you Snyder fans, it's going to tell you who's going to stick around. Because you got Aquaman coming afterwards, so we might have to have an explanation of that too. Because remember, Aquaman 2 is coming out after the Flash, so they have to make something make sense. So it makes sense in Aquaman 2 because it comes out after. So I really feel like it is very important for the fans to see it, just so they know what to expect moving forward.
It potentially could be if he, in between now and June 16th. It is perceived that this is an escalation to what he's going to do going forward. And that is made clear. It is made clear. If so, then this movie is going to be perceived as the launching point into everything. But if we continue to get news, that certain things are going to be, completely gone and he's going in completely different direction no matter what, that could, it all depends on everything else. A lot of factors that don't have anything to do with the Flash could make it the most important movie, or it could decrease its importance. But it's going to be up to James Gunn and his communication with us. I think a lot of people, and I've seen online, and Twitter's not the world, the internet is not the world. A lot of the people who would show hate to this movie are blaming James Gunn. If you have an issue with like Cavill not being here, that has nothing to do with James Gunn. It has nothing to do with The Rock. Zaslav sent them on a direction, and they did what they were supposed to do. At the same time, he was eyeing this transformation. So, if what they should have done, like I said before, is they should have had house cleaning. Abdi and DeLucas should have been the ones doing the house cleaning, and then James Gunn, you start here. Absent them, but here's the thing: he may reveal that he's doing that. We don't know. There may be more linear ties because he's not doing a full reboot, and there's no such thing as a half reboot. It's like being half pregnant. You're either there or you're not. So if you're doing a selective realignment, which has been done in comics for 50 years, then there's a lot of stuff that if we're just patient and just sit back, we may get a little bit more than we thought we were going to get out of all this.
Yeah, no, I agree. That's why I'm just kind of telling everybody, let's just wait. Let's just wait and see. Don't form any hardline opinions. Don't listen to anybody telling you, oh, they're disrespecting. This whole thing about constantly trying to act like James Gunn is just out to undo Zach's stuff and he can't stand him and stuff, and then he even comes out and says, look, I just talked to Zach. No, you didn't. That's a lie and stuff. Like, why would you lie about something like that when Zach can easily come out and go, no.
Okay, but this is whether this is true or not, we're on the outside. We don't know how this is. We just saw a trailer that has been realigned to lead into a whole bunch of other stuff. Why the cameos are gone? Did the cameos fit? The cameos were approved before James Gunn take over. Will we ever see Cavill? People act like Cavill's leaving the planet just because he's not going to be in Superman Legacy. I never
he could come back. I said that earlier. We don't know where this story is leading. It could be leading, William, to some big, huge, conclusion 10 years from now that crosses universes, that adds characters, that does everything. And can you imagine all of the griping and complaining, and people just didn't realize that there was this whole thing waiting in the wings for them if they would have just been patient. You know what? I miss the days, honestly. I honestly miss the days. And I know this makes me sound like an old man, but I miss the days when we didn't have all this information before.
Yeah, we just didn't know. It's like wrestling. It's like the
I
cool
know,
thing
right?
about wrestling.
Yeah, wrestling is
not knowing what was going to happen.
Listen,
wrestling has become the very same thing. It's like we know all this stuff. We know the difference between kayfabe and all that stuff, and we just it's hard for some people to even carry on watching wrestling at some point because it just becomes unbelievable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so they're constantly trying to push the envelope to try to make it as real as possible because we all know that it's predetermined outcomes. And so it's hard to root for something after a while, but again, you're right. Like I kind of long for the days when we didn't know. We just looked up a magazine and would like read like little excerpts of like this could possibly happen or that could possibly happen. Go ahead.
I have an idea.
Yeah.
Listen, people, I want you to hear me very loud and clear. If you guys really, really think y'all can do better, or your favorite scooper YouTubers can do better, instead of using hashtag selling the IPs or hashtag fire James Gunn, why don't you petition for one of your favorite YouTube content creators who think that they can do a better job than James Gunn to get a seat at DC Studios to see if they can make it better for you? Because I think that would be more logical than making hashtags that aren't going to do anything.
Now, the hashtag when it came to Netflix, and I heard your reasoning for it. I gave my reasoning for it, or the reasoning against it. And I don't think there's any confusion involved, and I don't think there's any competition involved if you do things right, because it's done all the time. However, since then, the more I've evolved and thought about it, and I've been saying this, I think it was a Brodan channel. The person that benefits from resolving what came before isn't any particular sector of fans. You don't do business. I don't not caring about the fringes. Is James Gunn himself and him going forward. And like I said, my idea was this story still needs to be bookended and told, not for any particular fan group, but for the integrity of the product. You're bringing people in to see these movies. You're going to bring a brand new DC fan in to see Superman Legacy potentially. You want that to be a doorway into everything that you've produced the last 15 years. And you can't have this broken mess there if you want to continue to draw money. What they need to do is they need to take every part of this preceding universe, and they need to make box collectible sets. And they need, in each of those sets, they need it animated wise. And animated not because it's cheaper as well, but because it's cool. Animatrix, Blade Runner 2049, and you tell each story. Each Man of Steel has a part of Superman's anti-life equation, BVS, and so on. Each part that we know has a part to play in that storyline, you put them in the DVD extras, and you have James Gunn promoting his thing going forward. Because guess what? When I put out a Man of Steel, and I'm telling you, like collectible ones, like the key that he used in the hyperdrive, that would be the case, and that's the Blu-ray is in there. But then I got a preview for Legacy and so on, Lost Paradise, Wonder Woman. I was talking with him on it. You have a shield, you have a sword, and you have her lasso, and you put it in a box set. Wonder Woman 84, Wonder Woman is in there, and so on and so on. And each one of those is a piece of the overall story that would complete this. And then the last one is a globe. And I don't know if you guys know what a lenticular hologram is. It's like when you turn it and it changes. So the last one that has them all in there and has Zack Snyder's Justice League in there, that one's in a globe. And when you turn it, the Earth gets scorched just like it did in the movie. And there's the Omega symbol. And when you turn it again, it turns into the regular healed Earth with the JL logo. And you just complete the story in there. And people buy that stuff, dude. I'm at Walmart all the time, and I see people buy the most inane stuff just because of the packaging and it's collectible. Battlestar Galactica, it's a dreadful series when you look back on it. It's 1979, 1981. Yet when they put that little Cylon thing together, it sold out.
Yeah. I will say this too. If y'all really, really, really want to make some noise in the industry, and I've said this many times, no one ever listens to me because y'all just can't help yourselves. But if you really actually, want the industry to listen to you, just do what you did with Black Adam when you guys, were excited to see Henry Cavill. Don't show up for the movie when it launches.
Well, I can't blame that. You know what? The fans who are like the hardcore people went and saw that movie. The people who didn't go see that movie was the general audience. The fans had nothing to do with what that movie drew. The general audience doesn't know who Black Adam is. It's the same problem with Shazam. You can't feed them a diet of the big red hats and the fat.
Thank you, William. Thank you, William, for proving my point. Guys, a lot of these movies that you hate as fans It's because they're not always 100% catered to you. They also need to cater to the general audience. So when the general audience, but here's the thing, like you said, the general audience didn't show up for Black Adam because no one gave an F about Black Adam, and the general audience didn't give enough of an F about Henry Cavill to show up.
General audience can kiss the mole.
That's not true.
No, that is true, William, because if that was the case, the general audience would have showed up for Henry Cavill.
You're not going to get people to pry that kind of money out of their pocket for a 2-minute cameo that they
exactly didn't. But The Rock thought it would happen.
But the Rock shouldn't have had to think anything. I don't blame any of this on The Rock. The Rock's not the CEO of WB. The Rock was not the preceding management. The Rock was doing things that management should have been doing 5 years prior. The Rock.
I agree with you with that too. But I also think that the whole thing is The Rock wanted Henry because The Rock's Black Adam couldn't really stand on its own without having cameos.
But did The Rock greenlight his own movie? Did The Rock, who greenlit Black Adam? Blame that guy first.
That's true. I do blame that person too.
And if you release Black Adam in sequence of the Trinity or people, superheroes that the general audience actually cares about, no, even that movie as is would not have needed Henry Cavill. All right, people were looking for The Rock to be the Babe Ruth, the home run hitter, when the previous 5 years you should have been hitting base hits and getting singles. I don't blame that on The Rock. I blame that on those guys.
I blame it on all of them. Because here's the thing: Henry wasn't planned on coming back. The Rock wanted Henry to do the cameo for 6 years. They said no. They didn't want Henry to come back as Superman. The old regime's gone. Rock said, "Hey, now the old regime's out of here. Can we please get Henry for the cameo?" They said sure. But then they made the mistake of promising and telling Henry Cavill, "Tell them you're back. Get him hyped up for this movie. Tell him you're back." And then Henry said, "Oh, I'm back, guys." And then guess what happened? Now James Gunn's getting heat because James Gunn wasn't part of the plan.
Part that happened is in between that, because DeLuca and Apathy were going to use him further. But the problem is, and it's not really a problem, is in the interim, in between that conversation, James Gunn got hired. And the last thing David Zaslav wanted to do was undercut a guy who he was about to put in the forefront. That was his mistake. That wasn't The Rock's mistake. That wasn't Abdi and DeLuca's mistake. That was Zaslav making a decision in between and after he had already set those two on their direction.
But I bet you that if Black Adam did better than it did, that there would be a chance that they would have moved forward with the Henry Black Adam story arc.
No, it doesn't.
I guarantee
it would have been a disaster. And if you study the way David Zaslav works, he doesn't do that. He's not a reactionary in that thing. Once he hires you, remember, DeLuca and Apathy they were just there. They were placeholders. Once Zaslav hires you, that is it. He steps back and lets you do your thing. He's not going to react and say, "Oh, I just hired you, James Gunn. Wait a minute, this movie made $1 billion. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to change." No, now James Gunn can be the reactionary person going forward. Like if The Flash makes $1 billion as head of DC Studios, he can make changes. But Zaslav doesn't do that. If you look at his history, he hires.
But hold on though, because James Gunn, at the time when Black Adam was coming out, had not been announced as CEO.
Not to us.
Well, but still yet, I do think that there is some merit to the idea that if Black Adam had crushed it, if Black Adam had proven itself, and it was something special, and it made $1 billion, dude, they're making another freaking Joker movie, for God's sake.
Different circumstances. You're talking about appointing a studio head.
Still yet, it doesn't matter. If the movie Aquaman made $1 billion and almost derailed all of their plans to like reboot this thing a couple years ago, okay? So because nobody expected Aquaman to do that, right? We thought that the Snyderverse was going to go away then, but Aquaman all of a sudden comes and makes $1 billion, and all of a sudden, well, we got to figure this thing out, right? And then all of a sudden, we started seeing things get figured out. I do believe that there is a lot of merit to the idea that The Rock was in play. Him and his people were trying to make a play for DC films. They were trying to make a play to be the heads of that and to have their own, because he talked about so many times that he had his own ideas for what that universe would be. And for real quick, before I get into that, I'm just going to read this because it's a member chat from Rhea. Thank you, Rhea. Rhea's been a member for 16 months, but she did for Anthony. It says, Anthony asked if we will see Billy D. Williams Maybe. Who knows? But
See, I
no,
don't.
I don't think we will see Billy D. Williams, but I'm not saying
No,
it's
not about this.
impossible.
I'm
But as far as the Black Adam thing, I mean, The Rock has made it known that they were angling for that they had these plans for a new DC to launch a whole new spectrum of DC and what they had. They had plans for movies. They had plans for all these things. You don't, but hold on. You don't make plans if you're not in play at all. I think that there were people in play. I don't think that it was a clear, like, down the middle thing where it's like, we're definitely going with James Gunn and Peter Safran right now. I think that there was some leeway there to see what happened. I believe that probably The Rock was given a chance between him and Seven Buck Productions to show if there was something there, and that's why they greenlit letting Henry back, was to see if that was something there, and they were going to base their decision on that. And because we didn't get the decision about the CEO position until after that, until it played out and we knew that Black Adam for sure was not going to make that kind of money. When we knew that it wasn't going to make that kind of money, then they announced that here's Peter Safran and here's James Gunn. Not until that. They didn't announce it straight off the gate. What's that?
I don't believe that. I don't believe that. That's that kind of bullshit that the previous reactionary management would do.
Yeah.
Nowhere, hold on. Nowhere in like I said, read up on Zazoff. Go into detail. It's not the way he's operating. 2, Abdi and DeLuca were off doing their own thing while they were still just the James Gunn situation didn't just pop out of nowhere. There was a pitch being made.
I'm sure there was. But in that same thing, I think that there were 2 pitches being made. I don't think that they were just entertaining one direction for DC, because I think that Zaslav probably saw it as important enough to look at all angles of it and to make sure that they were making the right decision. And I'll be honest with you, I think that they made the right decision, because I think that The Rock is too full of himself, and everything would have been centered around The Rock instead of being centered around the real characters that it should have been. And I think that his Cavill play, obviously, yeah, he tried for 6 years to get Cavill in it, but I think that real push to try to go around everybody and go ahead and get Cavill in it anyways was his.
Look who he was going around.
Well, I know that. I get that, man. I get that. But I'm just saying that was still his power play, his last minute try to reach around and get some kind of torque on that situation, and it just didn't happen.
Because it was never going to happen. I believe that Zazoff was further along in that decision making. We just didn't know about it.
Well, my thing is, if
reactionary has failed. That's why.
William, if you go back and look at like all of the promotional stuff that The Rock was doing, it did sound he was making it sound like he was trying to kind of redo the DCU, starting with Black Adam.
That's him. What he was doing wasn't going to necessarily have a decision bearing on what Zazoff was doing.
Right, but what I'm saying is The Rock basically was trying to kind of take over. It was a power play.
Yeah, it was a power play.
It was a power play, right? He made a power play. That's what he was doing. That's what I was saying. He made a power play. That's why I blame him for Cavill, because he made a power play.
Well, I blame the people who created the vacuum. I blame the people who caused the situation.
They also are responsible too, but it wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for The Rock trying to insert himself and make a power play.
Why was there a spot?
The Rock can kiss them all.
Why was there a spot for The Rock to even step into?
Because I think
it was a mess, dude.
Right, because at the time they didn't. Right, it was right. You're right. It was a mess, and they didn't have anyone to actually do it.
He did what I would have done. He did what anybody with 2 brain cells should have done.
No, I agree. But at the same time, I still think that everybody blaming Gunn for what happened with Henry. It's like, no, it was definitely part of it was The Rock, part of it was DeLuca. Part of it was Zaslav too. I agree. They're all guilty.
There's one person. There's only one person. It's not really blame, because he made the decision that he
spherical, man. That's so wrong.
It's not even blame. No, it's not The Rock. No, it's not DeLuca and Adley.
That's so wrong.
No, don't insult William like that.
That is not cool. No, you have now summoned the wrath of Darth Maul. You cannot call him Cameron. We do not use that word here. That name, that ridiculous name of people who don't know anything that they're talking about. At least this man has some wisdom. Enosh may not always agree with him, but at least he speaks non-nonsense. Is that a word? Is that a word, Seki?
No.
Non-nonsense.
2 words. There's only one person.
Non-nonsense. Non-nonsense. But at least he speaks that. Cameron Pasha, whatever his name is, it's always nonsense. If he's awake, nonsense is pouring out of him. He's literally oozing.
But there's only one person to even be held accountable for that. I don't even say blame because it's not necessarily a bad thing in the long run. It's not The Rock. People who blame The Rock, I don't know what's wrong with you. It wasn't a gun. I think somebody's more wrong with you if you blame him.
How can you not blame The Rock? He was so cocky, William. He was so confident and cocky.
People with billions of dollars are cocky. That's why they have billions of dollars.
Right, and because he got cocky and he overestimated.
That had nothing to do with him. Him being cocky, he's not the CEO. He's not the one that answers to the shareholders. He's not the one that answers the chairman of the board. What The Rock did is not relevant because David Zaslav was the final decision maker. Right? So the only person that you could ever hold accountable for any of this outside of the previous management, who are all gone, so that's meaningless, is David Zaslav. All right? That's it. There's one person. That's it. It's cool on the internet to blame other people if you don't read between the lines, but there's one person's decision. In the way he did that, I thought the decision-making process was handled poorly. Even if we ended up with the right guy, the way this was rolled out was handled horribly. All right? So there's one guy that was responsible for that. But
who's that?
That's David Zaslav. But I don't say blame because he made a decision, and in the long run, it was more than likely the right decision. But all the mess that led up to it, this was not very clean the way this happened. It could have been
not
better.
All I'm saying is, at the end of the day, the thing that they really screwed up on, which I don't even care, like whoever told Henry to go on his social medias and say that he was back as Superman, that was the biggest F up. Right. That was the biggest F up.
Zaslav didn't communicate to him how far along in the process he was. They were doing what he told them to do. They were doing their jobs. So that's him. That's on him. And you know what? He has the right to do that. He only answers to shareholders. He has one boss, the chairman of the board, and then the stockholders. So if that's the way he wanted to roll and do that decision, that was on him. I think he should have communicated a lot better to the people he had put in those placemaker spots. And I thought they could have done this a lot less sloppier than they did, but that's all on him.
Larry needs to be the new Superman moving forward.
Oh, Larry Carhax?
Yes.
Larry. All right. Well, hey guys, I blame Henry. Poor Henry. Okay, so that's what I thought of the trailer. That's my opinion of the trailer. I thought it was great. I'm looking forward to this movie. I've always been looking forward to this movie. I always said I want to just see what this movie's about. I think that there's a lot of tasty stuff in here, and I can't wait to see. Honestly, it's a curiosity even at this point. I think for people who even didn't want to see it, I think it's a curiosity because it's like, well, what the heck is this movie? And what are they going to throw in this movie? Literally, you can go into this movie thinking they could put anything in it. And I think that's one of the good things it has going for it. It's kind of like Spider-Man in that aspect with Spider-Man No Way Home. And then also, honestly, with Multiverse of Madness, there was that idea that anything could happen. You know what I mean? Because they knew that they were kind of doing that multiverse thing. And even though Spider-Man, I think, fulfilled it and did a good job of it, I liked Multiverse of Madness, but I know a lot of people had a problem with Multiverse of Madness. You know, but I think it's because they hyped themselves up and they were expecting to see like the X-Men and they were expecting to see, you know, all this craziness happen. And it's just like that was never part of the movie. That's not what the movie was. But I think with this movie is one of those movies where you could expect to see almost anything because you got Keaton back. You got, you know, two different Flashes that we know of. You know, we just saw that thing and I'm sorry, but it looks like they gave something away in this trailer about that second Barry eventually becoming Dark Flash. So, you know, so there's that, you know, two Batmen that we know of, at least there's a lot of stuff that, you know, could be happening here. So I'm excited. Yeah, J Money. You know what? Sometime you can definitely get on a panel with me, man. You've been a long time supporter. Also, by the way, I do have an announcement. The end of March, we will be having the second annual induction of the Hall of Fame, and we have a celebrity wing this year. We are inducting a celebrity into the Poindexter Lounge Hall of Fame. And they will be joining us for the award ceremony, and it'll be some people that you guys remember, and some people, if you guys have been around for a long time, you're going to remember some of the names. We will be announcing the names here shortly, and getting that together for our second annual Poindexter Lounge Hall of Fame induction. Of course, the only person in there right now is H Barts, and H Barts needs some
Love.
Some love. He needs some friends in there in the Hall of Fame with him. Saggy, thank you for joining me tonight.
Thank you for having me. It was great, and I'm glad that I triggered some people in the chat. Yay!
You know what? I think it was good because, you know what? We all pushed on each other tonight a little bit. I think, you know, we pushed back on the chat. The chat pushed on us a little bit, but I think we're all still friends at the end of the day. We all have our opinions, but I think this has been one of the most even though everybody didn't agree in the chat, can I just say kudos to all of you, because I think that you guys all did a great job, that even though you guys didn't agree on everything and you didn't always agree with us, that we had some common ground and we didn't argue to the point where we were mad at each other. We didn't call each other names. You know, I think there was somebody earlier who might have been going a little too far, but you know, and you know what, how many people are getting inducted? We don't have a final number yet, but it's a handful. We actually, when we did H Barts, it was because H Barts and I were talking, and that's how we came up with the idea for it. And so H Barts was the first to be inducted. But now when we do it every year, we'll have a class of inductees that go into the Hall of Fame. And so it could be anybody. It's just people that I care about. So I don't know, William, are you streaming?
I was, but somebody took up my spot and showed up 40 fucking minutes late. No, I'm just kidding. I tried to call you too because I was wondering what was wrong.
Yeah, I know. It's so dumb.
I was gonna try to jump in and get it started for you, but I couldn't do it on my phone. So I was like, dude, what?
I know, it was so dumb, dude. Because I hit that start button because I was like, okay, I need to start, and then I walked out for a second, you know, because I usually give it a minute, you know, to draw people in and let the signal go out, and then some stuff happened with the family, and I had to take care of some stuff, and then it was just like one of those things, like before you know it, like I came back, I didn't realize it was that long, and I thought it was like 10 minutes or so. I mean, because of all this, because we were talking about something, and we were trying to fix something, we were trying to like put something to rest. Tiffany has to have surgery in a couple of days, and we were just working out some last minute stuff, and I was like, I gotta go, like I got a show going, you know, and so I came back and it was like 38 minutes. I was like, crap. So I'll try to trim that as soon as I'll trim that down as soon as
it's all music. It was just music playing. Like, hey. No, I'm not going to stream tonight. No, I was only going to stream about what I thought about the trailer. I think this stream is pretty much taking care of that. I'm excited about it. Like I said, I think
I use the laptop.
So do I. I think in the long term, I think we're going to get a lot of what we want. I think the fact that this is not a complete reboot, it's a realignment. I think there's just going to be some things left, and then at that point, let the money dictate it. Let the Flash's box office dictate what kind of 70 of us. I'll stay on this one.
You just want to stay on this one?
I'll stay on this one because I'm not going to create a new thumbnail. I'll just stay on this one.
I mean, you can stay on this one if you want. I don't know if Saggy wants to stay or not. But
it's 3 and almost 3:30. I need to.
Well, you know what? I heard a little birdie. Hold on a second. This is a little something for you.
Yes, Commissioner. You'll never guess who's on the loose. Your old arch enemy,
Maddie Signor.
Good heavens.
Him again.
Can you come to headquarters right away? It'll be a pleasure, Commissioner Gordon.
Scene from the movie.
There's a lot of that guy.
I am the master of disguises. I'm never who you think. I'm clever, cruel, conniving, a creep, a real rat fink. Can you guess yet?
And I'm Maddie Signor.
beautiful. It's true though. It's so true.
How about dinner and a movie or popcorn and a movie? I brought the popcorn.
Fine, only because I love Jack Black.
Thank you so much. Thank you kindly. You'll never go wrong.
So creepy.
It's true though. It's so true.
Yeah, it's kind of spot on, isn't it? It's kind of spot on.
Yeah, I'll wrap it up. I can hang till 1.
Okay, cool. Well, there you go, guys. So that's it for me. I'm gonna turn the show over to our good friend William over here. So I'm sure he's gonna have some stuff to talk about. And as Mr. Rogers would say, you'll have things you'll want to talk about. I will too. So, oh, thank you. Oh, says my daughter loves you, Enosh, Saggy, and William. No swearing. She loved this stream. Good night. Thank you to O's daughter for watching. I love that when we're able to have something that everybody can watch, the whole family.
Yeah, and I'm peeling back on that because I like I said, last couple of streams, certain person that was in here and this chat was needling us while we were trying to discuss other things, and I got drawn into some nonsense, and a 45-minute stream turns into like a 2-hour stream, and I'm like, nah, we're not doing that again. I got a little bit more self-control than I did the other night.
At some point, I'm gonna put you on blast because you're leaving the stream on. At some point, we have to talk about a certain meetup, boys.
Yeah,
yes. So just listen. You guys save some time for early fall, maybe late summer, early fall. We are putting together Poindexter Con, where we're gonna go to Vegas. We're gonna make it Vegas. We're gonna go out. We're gonna see William. We're gonna hold it at the Sci-Fi Center. And some of your favorites are going to be there. Saggy's going to be there. RJ said he would come up. Dave, the film junkie, has expressed interest in driving up to Vegas. Brian, Master of None. So a lot of your favorites that are here on the show and abroad are talking about getting together. We'll do Poindexter Con and make something fun for everyone who wants to come. And you know what? We'll do some live streaming, man. People could do their shows from there, and we just have
like the Super Bowl, like where you have like a little media row. Yeah, man. Just let me know. Man. I can set that up. Like I said, we're setting up Chomania with Lloyd Kaufman, so all the things that I use to set that up will probably be something we use for this.
That reminds me, Poindexter Con. That's what we're gonna call it. So remember I was telling you about that trauma thing that I showed you. That's kind of an interesting concept. The guy was talking about like doing like movie clips, baseball cards, like baseball cards, like where you pay for a movie clip and then you can use that movie clip and like trade that movie clip and stuff. I don't know. It was a weird concept. It was almost like an NFT.
Yeah, that's exactly what it sounds like.
Yeah, I mean, it was, but he was trying to say that it wasn't, that it was like a new thing, and I was like, I just don't know, man. It's like some people get that stuff and they want that stuff, but like I can't imagine paying personally $40 for a movie clip if it's not like, it's like I told him, I said, what's to stop me from just going to YouTube and just attaching that clip to something,
Plus, all the trauma stuff is you can stream most of the trauma stuff.
Yeah, so they're doing trauma now, but the idea, this guy worked for Marvel, he worked for a lot of different things, and so I don't know, people who get it, I think might get it, but I don't know, it was kind of weird for me. It was a weird thing. I know you guys don't know what I'm talking about, but it was a thing somebody reached out to me about, and so, dude, come to Vegas, man. Vegas a lot of times, especially if you're looking into flights right now, it could be pretty cheap if you schedule it that far out. But anyways, we still got 70 people. Thank you guys for being here with me tonight. I appreciate you all. And stay here for William. William's got some I'm sure some fun stuff talking to you. Thank you, Saggy. You're awesome. You rock. Thank you for getting me. I appreciate you.
Of course, and love you guys in the chat, and I'll see you guys later.
All right. Bye, Saggy.
Bye.
All right, man. Well, have a good show.
All right,
And,
yeah, about 25, 30 minutes, and I'll wrap it up.
All right, buddy. Good
All right,
night,
see you all.
everybody. Thank you all. And hey, like I always say, don't let anybody tell you that your fandom doesn't matter. But you know what? Seek to have good conversations. Don't let them tell you that your fandom doesn't matter either. But you seek to have good conversations and treat people with respect. And if you do that, there'll always be a place in the Poindexter Lounge for you, just like there's a place for William. All right, guys. I will see you hopefully tomorrow. All right. Bye bye.
All right, now back in my spot. Now that usurper is gone. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, basically tonight I was going to talk about the trailer, but we pretty much covered that. So now this time of night is when I just generally do open Q&A. So anybody got any questions from me? San Bernardino Airport, $35 each way to Vegas. Yeah, that's actually true. That's actually if you can go from San Bernardino, if you're in the greater LA area, and San Bernardino is only about 48 minutes away. A lot of people who live in San Bernardino work in LA because the home prices are so high, and they were at one point cheaper in San Bernardino. But yeah, we're going to do something like that. Like I said, I think that what has been lost in all of the heat when it comes to anything Snyder stuff is people forget that it did bring a lot of us together. I wouldn't have known, I wouldn't be on here. I wouldn't have known Enosh, Film Junkie, Chris Long Swenson, Saggy, all these people. It brought a lot of people together in a time where people were looking for a lot of information. And then rolling into COVID, I know a lot of people who would have lost their mind if they didn't have the community that it built. So it'll be cool to come out to Vegas and just come together and see each other in person and just party and just, see different sides of each other instead of just seeing each other on the screen. So I have, like I said, all they got to do is give me a date. Like I said, the trailer to me, my biggest concern, because everything I heard was that, they're going to, funnel this movie to Batman. They may as well call it Batman Flashpoint. By the way, guys, as a dealer and a 40-year collector, I loathe Flashpoint. So for me to see them use this as half of the basis of their storyline, it means after all this time, Flashpoint will be worth something to me finally, 12 years after its release. But now when I see the trailer and then I see these posters, Ezra's up in front and center. It is definitely a movie about the Flash. Yes, there's other characters in there, but it looks like a prototypical pillar superhero movie. And it's ironic that if Hamada had approached the entire DC universe as they approached the Flash, he would still be here. James Gunn wouldn't be head of DC Studios if Walter Hamada and Emmerich and all those guys would have taken the care that they took, they took in the Flash, and they would have approached all of their Trinity characters with it. Instead, what they did is they made decisions to kind of avoid dealing with Superman, to avoid dealing with Batman, and then we ended up getting the Flash, But like I said, if this movie has to be the standard going forward, no matter who's running DC Studios. Just judging from the trailers, this is a potential $1 billion movie. Like I said, I'm not saying it will, but it has the potential because it's a 4-quadrant movie and it hits multiple demographics. I was skeptical about the Keaton thing because, like I said, it's been 33 years since it's been on screen. But enough people were excited about that. You're going to get their money. All right? There are people who love Ezra Miller in that role. You're going to get their money. And then you have a ton of people who like Ben Affleck in the role. You're going to get their money. And then it looks like there's a very, very solid storyline based around it. It looks like an event-level movie. For the first time in a long time, DC has an event-level movie, a must-see movie. So hope it does well. All right, so let's see. Disagree with Spec. Okay, Canadian's still there. How you doing, Integrity? Yes, I was a huge fan of Sopranos. And that last episode, other than the way they ended it with the black screen, but the people who died that I'd been waiting for to be killed got their ends, the ones they deserve. So I know I love Sopranos, man. Frontier of Spirit, I think it's going to be Frontier. I guess everything comes to full circle from Zack Snyder to James to William when it comes to Trauma Connection. Yeah, James Gunn did Romeo and Juliet. He wrote that for Lloyd Kaufman. And then Zack Snyder and James Gunn worked on Dawn of the Dead. So yeah, and then I've been dealing with Lloyd Kaufman for quite a while now. He's a pretty cool guy. Look, he's cool. AVGN, let's see, Southwest. I usually use Southwest is the cheapest one in this area to use. You know, you can pretty much get here to Vegas. What looks like a prepper. Oh, come on, man. That's cold-blooded. Because I got the military hat, and they wear the military hat. I wear this hat because I'm a combat veteran. I have two of these hats. This is the one I got from somebody for Veterans Day. So they're very similar. This is the Army ACU pattern, and I'm a combat veteran, so that's why I wear the hat. I'm not a doomsday prepper. It may look like I'm in a doomsday prepper because it kind of looks like I'm in a basement, but this is, like I said, a temporary setup. I'm rearranging some stuff. Pretty soon, if you guys watch the way I streamed at the store, you see the changes there. You're going to see those same type of changes here, but no, I'm not a doomsday prepper. I would suck at it. I'm here for the nerdiness. Oh, I am a nerd. Batman, both Batman look good. And like I said, I love the energy that Keaton's Batman is bringing to this. I did not expect that. I was worried about that because nostalgia is like a bomb. If you pull the right wire, everything goes okay. You pull the wrong one, it blows up and it's messy. So, all right, the movie looks good. The movie looks epic. I'm Batman. The only thing I don't like about Flashpoint is it has no effect on the world going forward. After timeline is fixed, it might as well be a dream. Not necessarily. Remember, James Gunn is coming in with an agenda, so he's using this movie to set his agenda. So there's definitely going to be some changes, because there's a purpose for those changes. William, you're pushing, man. Oh, jeez. Movie still looks good though. Yeah. Like I said, it's piqued my interest. William, how do you know Supergirl already knows Zod? I think she can side with Zod and create a chasm because remember. Okay, so the story of Supergirl is she's older and she was sent to protect Superman, but she got derailed. Kal-El got there first, but they're all gonna have that. Remember when you watched Man of Steel and all the information that was in there? I mean, all the information and the codex and all that is built into the information. So she'll have access, and whatever ship she was transferred over, she'll have the same access as him. If depending on when she left. She may have left. Remember when Zod did his mutiny, she was older. She was probably already born. But whatever information that they sent him with, they would probably send her. But there's I don't know exactly how they're going to do it. But she's going to know of Zod. She's going to know of Zod. I mean, so, and like I said, if she left after Kal-El left, she's probably going to have more updated information about what Zod is. She'll know who she is. And if you look at that, and even if she didn't, it didn't take us long to know that Zod was a dick. So, how you doing, Sean? Wow. THB, I think that's pounds. I'm not sure. 200. William, thank you for the super chat. I'm pretty sure yes, and we all appreciate it. William, can you comment on Andrea Riseborough and Anna Diarmas being absent at the Oscar nominee luncheon? Even though both are pretty shameful of their nomination, but this is quite disrespectful to the Academy. They probably didn't want to answer. Well, Anna de Armas, I don't know how. I mean, she just got nominated. I mean, I don't think the movie was very good, but somebody thought, as far as Andrea Riseborough, they did investigate that. There are some things that they were going to change, but technically none of her people that were lobbying for her broke the rules. They just did things that the Academy just didn't think was cool as far as the way social media and all that works. They're going to address that going forward, but their investigation and they're looking into it. They weren't looking into it to see if they could strip her of her nomination. They were looking in it to see how they could refine the rules for next time around, because there's some things that happen via social media and lobbying and campaigns going forward that they just didn't like about the situation. So I don't know why Anna de Armas wasn't there. I don't think there was anything controversial about her being nominated, other than I didn't think the movie was very good, and by extension, her performance. But Andrea Riseborough, from everybody I've heard that's seen her film, says it's one of the best performances of the year, arguably the best performance of the year. It might lose in name to Cate Blanchett, but everybody I know, remember, I actually sent people to a small screening of that one because they did like a small one, and everybody who saw her says she delivers one of the best performances of any ginger of the year. So I haven't seen the movie yet, but I got to go with some of the people who went with that one. So as far as the nominee luncheon, I don't know. I don't have any details why they were there, but she may have not have wanted to answer press questions about that. That's when people usually don't. I see Sean Ezra is fine as an actor, but to fire Cavill is a bullshit move. Well, in his defense, Cavill was never part of his plans. And, once Zazoff picked Gunn and Safran, he never hired Cavill. He doesn't fit. And here's the thing, though. He's been given control. Cavill is the engine of this new hot rod that he's got. But he's got to have control over that. Superman is the focal point. And if you were going to have your ass on the line, you can't compare any other character to Superman. All right. Him not replacing any other character is not the equivalent of Superman because those characters pale in comparison to their importance. All right. So if he's going to shape the narrative of his universe, this is his legacy on the line, then he should be using a Superman of his making, and that fits the storyline that he's going to tell. Now, that doesn't mean we're not going to see Cavill ever again. I think people think like we're not putting the guy in the ground. But for this particular story, it just wasn't the Superman that he's telling. That's all. I mean, all right. Let's see. Thanks for the point. Yeah, thank you. Workaround projects instead of possibility. Really great movie. Like this Flash movie is a bummer. It is. And like I said, what ended up happening, it was because of how badly and how poorly, they had handled things before. It was almost like it was radioactive to the new regime or to the Hamada regime. They didn't feel like they could approach it without being pressured to actually finish a storyline, which had they just done that, we would be beyond this. Because if you look at this Flash movie, Zack always meant for a reset at the end of kind of like Justice League Apocalypse or Darkseid Apocalypse. That's exactly what he was doing. So ironically, we end up in the same place with just the only difference being is we don't have a resolution to the prior storyline, which I think hurts them. All right, no wonder Rock said F you to DC. And like I said, I mean, people want to blame The Rock. The Rock did. I would do the same thing. I would do the same exact thing as The Rock did. There was nobody making any decisions. As far as he knows, the decisions, that he didn't know which way his asshole was going to go. Nobody was doing their job at that point. And he's got a movie coming out. So you have to go back to the genesis of the problem. Had Superman not been mismanaged and kept off the years for 5 years, The Rock wouldn't have had to do all that. Had The Rock's movie, and if Cavill is still playing Superman throughout that 5 years, anywhere you put Black Adam, it makes more money because just like Captain Marvel, just like Guardians of the Galaxy, it would benefit from a stronger shared universe that you'd advertise. You advertise the shared universe that included Batman, Wonder Woman, and all these things, and then you went all these years with either giving them bad movies or not even having Superman on the screen. Not having Superman on the screen for 5 years hurt every DC movie that came out for the most part. After a certain amount of time, after you figure, Aquaman's $1 billion, which was an outlier, every other movie was hurt. The general audience wanted Superman, and you didn't give it to them. You gave them Polka Dot Man, you gave them Huntress, you gave them all these other characters without giving them the main chorus, and then the general audience just walked away. I applaud what The Rock was doing. He shouldn't have had to do that. He shouldn't have been the hype guy. There are people in Warner Brothers that make 6 figures a year that whose job it is to do the things that The Rock had to do. The Rock's the star of the movie. You can only promote it so much. That is not his skill set, and it shouldn't have been left up to him. So The Rock is the last person I blame for that. Do you think the Gunn's adjustment on the Flash are to keep the Snyderverse canon since the Flash was completed through Razor's Paw? Not the Snyderverse itself, but certain elements that can go forward with it. And like I said, he's brought up Elseworlds, so I don't have enough information to really know what he's going to do. But like I said, he's kept this. This is so ambiguous that I wouldn't be surprised at any outcome. I wouldn't be surprised if he when he's done with this and we end up with an Aquaman world that has some very familiar things to it. And we also you can always say that at the same time we splintered and did this, and that's where Elseworlds comes. Because to be honest with you, this is an advantage that DC has that Marvel does not have. Marvel does not have alternate universes like this. They use it more as a gimmick. In DC, Elseworlds is a common way of telling the story, and one-shot stories too. So the fact that he bought up Elseworlds and he's not doing a complete reset leaves it wide open. And that's why I say when people get to the clip and say, I'm going to hate this, leave yourself open to this guy might throw you a curveball we might like. There's alternate realities, Elseworlds. He could say, you know what, I'm going forward with my thing, but we're going to wrap this up this way. Give us a Kingdom Come. I mean, there's a lot on the table right now. All right, Harvey, hello. Question: do you think there's stuff Gunn hasn't revealed yet because some things are meant to be a contingency, especially for yes, and that is business 101. Never paint yourself into a corner you can't get out of. Because if the Flash does bonkers, it does $1 billion. That should see, unlike the situation where if Black Adam had done $1 billion, it was. I don't believe. I think that that Black Adam would have been a part of things going forward, maybe more prominently. I don't think Cavill would have though. I think it wouldn't have been the Rock. You know, it wouldn't have been a Rock-centric universe had it made $1 billion, because David Zaslav, if you study his history, he does not make those type of decisions like that. Once he goes with you and names you, he's not going to use a movie that for the most part didn't take place under his regime, and that wasn't Superman. Now, if we were talking about a Superman movie that made $1 billion, it'd have been different. But it's Black Adam. No matter what, I think he was going to go forward in his own way. But as far as going forward from that, if the Flash does $1 billion, and this is the movie that he's using to change his story, it leaves the door wide open for him, because he is now the architect of something that's going to have a lot of momentum, and the decisions he makes are going to be very important. I mean, I would like to see him use these remaining movies and possibly Aquaman to somehow, some way resolve what has come before, or blow it up. But like I said, re-release those DVDs, man. I think the average person would enjoy that. I think the average person who collects stuff would enjoy that. I think people would love to see a completed story going into what he's saying. So yes, if Flash makes $1 billion, I think he's leaving. But see, that's the smart thing. That's not reactionary. Like you said, it's a contingency plan. These other assholes was reactionary. When things didn't make this or when things made that, they reacted. They did knee-jerk reaction. He has a plan in place, and he's left himself openings to improve that plan. So I love that. Thank you for your service. Thank you for being a citizen. You know. All right. I say prepper and love, brother. Yeah. Hey, you know what? Preppers, given what we've been through the last 2 years with COVID and just everything that goes on, those preppers are looking real smart, dude. I mean, there's nothing wrong with being prepared. That's the one thing the Army and running a business taught me. There is nothing wrong with being prepared. And that includes I'm a Cold War kid. And we always thought, I lived on a base, an Air Force base, so we were a prime target. We had no chance, bunker or not. But if you grew up in my era, you grew up with the threat of the Soviets giving you 30 minutes to basically say goodbye. So these preppers come from that. So listen, prep means preparation, not a bad thing. But yeah, no, I'm not one of them. I don't have to shoot. I would die in a week if that was up to me. Not in love. Okay. You've got enough comics to prep or do, but yeah, and they would just go to death just like me. Pretty much, guys. The zombie apocalypse and all that stuff. I mean, everything's can happen. Invasions, alien invasions. Who knows? Our world exists to the point where if anything like that were to happen, and unless you were near your bunker, you're probably going to die. I mean, and now with hypersonic, I mean, the ICBMs and Minutemens of the old days, you had 30 minutes from when they left Russia to hit continental United States. With a hypersonic missile, you don't have that much time. You don't have that much time. And, and if it's an alien, we're screwed. Think Independence Day. Nice action set pieces. Yes. Crisis is happening in the Flash film. Yep. Another thing, like I said before on my show, not only are they using Flashpoint as a basis, they are using the post-crisis Superman, the one that went into the pocket universe, that the one that where the Supergirl and that Lex Luthor of that universe, he created a Supergirl because there was no heroes, because the Time Trapper had pulled away the part of the universe that all the rest of the heroes existed in as it got consolidated during Crisis. So he put Superman or Superboy in that world by himself because he needed to attach that Superman, because in order for the Legion of Superheroes to be created, they had to be inspired by Superboy. So he lined up the future with that pocket universe. After Superboy died fighting the Time Trapper, that universe had no superheroes, or that world had no superheroes. And since Zod and all other Kryptonians existed in the Phantom Zone, which was outside of continuity, once they broke free, they were in that world, and they basically were trying to wipe that world apart. And that is why that's when Superman had to kill them. So Action Comics 591, Superman number 8, Superman number 23, Legion of Superheroes 36, 37, and 38. I'm going to do a show on those later on in the week. So, but yeah, they want to make a Halloween film with multiple Michael Myers for No Way Home. No, please put Halloween to bed. No more Halloween movies. The Flash movie feels like Zack Snyder in the waiting time to actually see it. Yeah, I was saying that right now. I see a lot of Zack's movies and Zack's influence in this movie. Maybe I'm biased, but I do. I don't think 1 minute that humans are holding Supergirl captive her whole life would oops, hold on. You don't think for 1 minute that humans holding Supergirl captive her whole life would cite her experience with Zod over the humans? I don't think so. You could be right. We don't know how the movie ends, but I would assume that she's going to know the history of Zod and what Zod did. It's almost like us knowing the Civil War and things like that. But there's technology and DNA and all the memories and hereditary memories. She's going to have all that, or she's going to have been there for it. If Kal-El didn't side towards humans and he was an outsider, I doubt she's going to. I mean, because she knows what a monster he is. And I think she's going to be embedded with the same morals that her cousin was. And I think that's I think that would aid in her decision making. But you could be right, dude. And having not seen the movie, you could be 100% right. I think Gunslade is a proposal and not an ironclad timeline, since we don't know the dates. There may be enough gaps to tie in content, successful experiment TV film. Yes. He's being very smart about this. He's doing things that the previous regime didn't do. He's putting out a loose framework and then just pushing it and seeing how people respond to it. So I'm all about it. I don't want him as the main Batman, but if he's out there, I mean, I'm not going to bat an eye towards it. I mean, enough people like him. I would rather, I prefer Bat Black, but he did look good tonight, and I don't know how much of that is de-aging. Keaton, I love Keaton Vulture, so I hope he appears as Kraven, assuming that's still. Kraven is still happening. Enjoying this movie while Sad Snyderverse is ending. Feels like I am making out with my abusers. Not necessarily, because James Gunn didn't abuse you. I understand where you're coming from with that, but once again, I can't believe that we are not going to get some type of resolution to what's gone before. And you also have to take into account that Zack wasn't going to do this forever. Zack had a core 5-story arc, and other people were supposed to direct the outlying movies. That was always the plan. He would help executive produce, but he had a 5-story arc, and then other directors, and that's why Aquaman was being developed alongside all these other things. Scripts were being written, same thing with Wonder Woman. These were all happening at the same time, and they were always meant to go their separate direction. The only difference is that we had a lot of mismanagement in between. So, as long as we get some type of, all I want is a resolution to the Dark Side War. That's what I want. The Nightmare, Keaton's on your team would be cool. Keaton on, yeah. Michael Keaton can do circles around 99% of the actors, in my opinion. The guy is yes, he is a world-class generational talent. I just don't know if I want to see him as the main Batman. In this movie, in the context of the story that they're telling, it looks good. Sion, hi Batman. His Batman killed it. If Gunn wants to restart the universe with a new Superman, then he should get his own Flash. Not personally, Angry Canadian. If I don't care what anybody says, Campia or anybody else, I love those guys. But if Flash makes $1 billion, and they decide that they're going to go forward with any character that's the Flash, and it is perceived that he is part of the reason, as part of the reason anything else, I think you're going to see Ezra again. That's just my opinion. There's no reason to get a new Flash. The reason why you get a new Superman is because that is the sun that the entire DCU is going to revolve around, and he should be shaping the narrative through that movie. He should be directing that movie too, by the way. Changing the Flash, changing Aquaman, changing some of these other guys does not change the narrative because they are not Superman. They are not the very first superhero. They are not the most important character in DCU. So I would see why he would need to reshape things that he's doing in that respect. Do you think we'll see Power Girl or maybe some of the characters from the Watchmen in the Flash? I hope not, because I don't think the Watchmen should ever come over into that. No, I don't think so. But once again, we're talking James Gunn. Power Girl is a different thing, because if you realign the universe post and pre-crisis, Power Girl being, in the Justice Society and things like that, she was originally, supposed to be, that's she's a Kryptonian and all that. So her destiny kind of splits in a way that if they don't go forward with this particular Supergirl, you could recast her, in a different role. I don't know what they're going to do about the blonde hair thing or if that even matters, but yeah, Power Girl, maybe the Watchmen. I don't think so. No Superman did hurt the franchise. I'm not quite sure what you're saying there. Maybe I see the other part of it. I'm done with DC films. Everything about this film depresses me. The story I cared about since 2013 isn't getting an actual ending. Man of Steel BVS are now pointless. No, they are not. I don't think this is going to go that way, Triton. James Gunn has to do what he needs to do in order to tell the story he was hired to tell. That doesn't mean that the stories that we care for are meaningless. We have the one thing we have now that we didn't have under Hamada is we have someone that's willing to use the Elseworlds tool to tell a one-time story. Now, we're not going to get like 20 movies, but I never thought we were going to get that to begin with. So I would hold out on that. It is a fair concern, Triton. I would hold off. I would let's see how this goes. Because I think that we're setting ourselves up for something we may not even happen. I don't see him wiping out the history of anything. I see him setting things up for him going forward, but I don't see him wiping out our movies from 2013. And I see the door being left open here. I would wait. We don't know what we're going to get, and we don't know what kind of elements we'll get from the previous universe. Or when that story, because like I said, the Nightmare timeline is all we're missing. The Nightmare resolution and the Battle of Earth, it's all we're missing. And you could wrap that up in 2 or 3 movies. Or you could, like I said, you could wrap it up on a special. You could there's so many ways to do that. So I wouldn't be depressed quite yet. Not yet. All right, hi Triton, Larry Carter, Triton. I have faith in multiverse. Yeah, when the fact that he's not doing a reboot and he's doing a selective realignment, keep your mind open. Is all I gotta say. Flash won't go supernova. He may go loony. Very funny. I read the stuff that there's stuff. Yeah, remember he only released the first half of this his slate. We only got granted he released a lot, but that's not all of the Gods and Monsters thing. 50 viewers, be sure to support. Well, yeah, support my channel, youtube.com/ at the Sci-Fi Center. I would have been 60. I would have been streaming tonight, but like I said, we didn't know no Superman or Batman would kill the film franchise. Yeah, you got to have Superman and Batman. You just got to have it. So far, only Calvin and Batfleck are gone officially. Batfleck, you see him there. I really do think we're going to see Ben Affleck's Batman in a solo movie at some point, or a solo project in some point that takes place as a one-off, or he's going to direct the Batman Brave and the Bold. Cavill, we don't know. We know he's not going forward. We know he's not. The only thing we don't know about Cavill is he's not going to be in Superman Legacy. there's nothing that James Gunn put out that we're not going to see Cavill again as Superman, just not in the story that he's telling initially because it's a different Superman. Batman is the ultimate prepper. Oh, yeah. For even his own teammates. Maybe my life would be more organized if I were a prepper. Maybe mine would be too. Batman, we need more. Yeah, we need more Batman. William is preparation H. Oh, damn. You know what? Fuck you, man. See, that started. I was going to stop cussing. Fourth, you always bring out the F words. Preparation H, really, dude? You're like, what, a couple minutes younger than me? I mean, you and Enosh, come on. That's rough. Spam and dehydrated. Yeah, MREs, man. Jeez. All right, talking to Talking Pigs. William, what are your thoughts on UFOs? I think they exist. I can't believe that we are the only things in this universe. There's just no way. I would lose hope for all mankind if we were the smartest things in the universe. Let's leave it at that. God bless you, William. Thank you for your service. Thank you. UFOs being shot down. Oh, yeah, with these balloons. I would have to think if those balloons were UFO sourced, they would be a lot more effective and a lot less likely to be shot down. And they'd probably shoot back. Speaking of UFOs, I'm retired, so the pal says, yes, I have not forgot about you. This, other news. We're going to have some weird stuff coming up. Stay tuned. Zach's people worked on the Flash, so it makes sense that you see a lot of it. Yeah. And like I said, you got the guy who's going to be running the show for a while. Yeah, very impressed at this movie. So I think, and this is another thing, how this movie does could influence him, could influence going forward. We have pretty much a Zack Snyder type movie that could possibly influence the guy who's got his hands at the levers for the next 4 or 5 years. That's not a bad thing, guys. Halloween multiverse, no. Oh crap, Paulie and Chris Gore, Ant-Man sucks. Say Ant-Man sucks. I was gonna go see that Wednesday, but I'm gonna go see Pooh, Blood, and Honey, so I'm gonna go see it Thursday night. WB ever wants me to support DC films again, they'd better give me Snyder jail. I don't think we're gonna get that. Otherwise, screw them. I ain't supporting a studio who nonchalantly made a decade of films pointless. Those guys are gone, though. I agree with your anger. Those guys are gone. I don't think you need a JL 2 or 3 to complete that storyline, though. There's a lot of ways, Triton, that you could, clever ways, money-making ways. Remember, us just wanting these storylines is not enough. Us hashtagging this stuff is not enough. We need to speak their language. Their language is money. These DVD sets I'm talking about, back in the day, Blu-rays and stuff like that justified movies that were on the borderline not getting made being made. Why? Because even if they lost a little bit in the box office, they were going to gain a ton in physical media. Now it's a little bit different. Collectible physical media. I laid out my plan on Brodan's channel. I'll lay it out again because I'm going to make these things. I'm going to make these 3D models, and I'm going to tag James Gunn and Warner Brothers in this. I'm like, I am now talking to you guys in the language you guys all speak, cash. All right. It costs pennies to make box sets. Pennies. All right. Batmobile. Open the Batmobile up. Blu-ray is in there. 2 figures are in there with it. One of them is Superman in that armor, and the other one is Batman in the armor. The other one is Superman from BBS. And you can set it up to where it relives that scene. You can restage that scene, the Do You Bleed scene. And inside, it has the uncut edition of BBS. But it has the portion of the story, the continuation of the Nightmare story that was in BVS. Man of Steel, like I explained before, the little triangle thing, the little 3-dimensional S that he uses to plunge into the thing and then set up the hyperdrive, that is going to, you open that up, Blu-rays in there, right? Superman's interaction with Darkseid and all that is in there. All right, so that's part of the Nightmare story. So we're getting that there. Wonder Woman, you put that crappy Wonder Woman 1984 in there, but you put the original Wonder Woman in there, right? All right, so remember the scene in Zack Snyder's Justice League where Wonder Woman's been killed and the Amazons have been taken over by Apocalypse? You put that story in there, animated. You put that story in there. And then you put her shield, her sword on it, and you wrap it in a nice golden lasso box set. It'll sell. All right. Aquaman. Same thing with Aquaman. We witnessed Aquaman in that nightmare scenario being killed by Darkseid. All right. So we put Aquaman 1 and Aquaman 2 box set with the trident on it. Take the trident out, give it to your kid. You can play with it. And it's the shape of the trident with his gold scales around it, right? You open it up, Aquaman 1, Aquaman Lost Kingdom, that portion of it. And so on and so on and so on. The Flash, The Flash is in there, and then we get to the set that you can just buy it and get them all, right? A big globe where when you turn it, the Earth goes through the anti-life equation effect, and when you turn it back, it comes back to the normal Earth. You open that up, all of it's in there. Each of them with a piece of the storyline to the point where you finish telling the story. That's money, because the profit margin of making Blu-rays is. That's why the studios were so hurt when physical media of all sorts died. But the part of physical media that still lives on is those nice, cool box sets. You see them at Walmart. They go off the shelves. Now you're talking to Warner Brothers and James Gunn in cash. And all throughout these box sets, you let James Gunn set up his universe. Paradise Lost with Wonder Woman, put some kind of explainer in there. All right, Superman, Legacy, have something like that in there, Aquaman, and so on. Money. Hashtags are not going to move the needles for these guys. Hashtags have become white noise. Money does. If I print, I'm going to do it. I'm serious. I'm going to get a 3D printer. I'm going to print. I'm going to paint these things out. I'm going to put the Blu-rays in there, and I'm going to show them, like, people will buy this. I'm going to tag them, and then when I do that, guys, I need you guys to tell me I'd buy that. I'd tag them. We'd buy that. No one turns down profit. No, smart people don't. I'm at aren't. Oh, okay. He was I forgot the details of it, but I emailed myself when you told me about that. We're gonna get on that. William, are you excited for the Pooh Brush? Yes. I'm going 7:00 this Wednesday, February 15th. Pooh Blood Money, and I get to interview those guys pretty soon. So he's planning a horror Bambi, a horror Peter Pan. Yes. This is what the world needs. This could bring world peace. Making out with abusers is hilarious. Yeah, that's a picture in my head. All right, yeah, I'm almost out of here too, guys. How much do we have in here? Hold on. That's a discussion that could bear some fruit. Who knows? All right, so yeah, I told him I was going to go to 1:00, so it is now 1:12. So I got to get to bed myself. So let's see, one last person, since I don't get a chance to interact with all right, I'm not a 20 or more Snyder films guy. Just give me the 1 or 2 films. Yeah. Oh yeah. And I'm giving you a little bit more because I'm giving you broken up in pieces, and you can watch it that way. Also, finished release the air cut, because why not? Once again, the air cut could go into BVS, because remember, it lines up. So you buy that bonus edition and you get the air cut, because the air cut has that Joker in it. Or the reason you put the Joker in there is to build up to Zack Snyder, the story arc he was going with. So put the air cut in there. But now you're talking about making them money. There's no business reason to do the air cut. But if you put it in that BVS set as an extra, now you're talking in that language. You'll get more when you start talking in cash than we will with just screaming at these guys and doing their hashtag. So with you, try, but when I put this idea together, and I'm going to put it together and paint it and everything else, and I'm going to tag you, I need you to be on there saying, "Hey, I would buy this." And everybody says, if a bunch of people say they would buy it, then they're like, "Okay, that's cash, man." So, I would definitely sell these things. I would definitely sell them. Probably sell out of them. All right. Yeah. Pooh director and producer. All right, guys. Thank you on behalf of the Poindexter Lounge. Thank you for being a part of this 4-hour and 31-minute odyssey. I came in at the end. But like I said, if he wasn't on, I would probably be on when we discuss the trailer. I will be back on the air tomorrow, and I'm going to be at the theater and doing an out of theater review of Pooh Blood and Honey. So keep a lookout for that. Please hit the like button for both my channel and Enosh, the Poindexter Lounge. And one of us will see you sometime tomorrow. All right, guys. Thanks. Oh, you know what? I'm reaching for my exit, but I'm on Enosh's channel. And he's got like a lot of weird stuff in here. Ooh, all these Andy Signore drops. What the hell, man? All right, well, we're gonna go to mine because mine is safe. I don't want to see any crazy sausages. Ugh. I was always afraid to look at Enosh's drops and stuff. I thought they were gross when he interrupts me with them, but just seeing them all listed here. Ugh. All right, guys, be safe. Look forward to the future with optimism. Bye.